Hello everyone, we hope you're doing very well. We're very excited to present to you the first actual mission in our brand new Iran campaign. This is a very special campaign. It's the biggest, most serious, most realistic, most dynamic campaign that we've ever, or anyone's ever tried. So we don't really know how it's going to go, but we'll see. Now, if you want to learn more about this campaign, I've done a full kind of hour video looking at the rules, the specifications of it. I'll link that. If you haven't seen that, I'll link that in the video description. You can go and have a look at that. And this is not a type of campaign where I can just give you a map and say we've got to fly from here to here to here to there. It doesn't work like that in this campaign. It's, first of all, it's red versus blue, and we don't know anything about what they're doing. We don't have their maps, we don't have their situational awareness. So all you're going to hear from in this campaign, as far as I'm concerned, is blue. Now, Reds will be making their own videos as well from their side. I don't know where they're going to be posting it yet, probably on my channel, but we'll see. So just bear in mind there will be stuff uploaded from their point of view as well, basically looking at the same thing. So we're going to go through this piece by piece as we get closer to mission time. What we can say at the moment is we're on day one. The personnel we've got signed up for day one is going to be Pontiac Naval. We've got Whistler with Richter as Rio, Atomic with Virus as Rio, Cypher with Cypher's Rio. Okay, we'll go with that. In F-14 Tomcats on Cap. We've got Uzi as multiple objective. We've got Static and Mad Eyes in the AV-8Bs. No one's on the Hogs today. We've got Colt, which are Wagnermobiles, and we've got Mike Mann, Grumster, Sayin, and Bear in those. Elo's in a Lone Hornet and Dodge. Uzi is RC, Cap, Vaz, and Squiddle if he turns up later. We're currently restricted to AIM-9 mics and 120Bs due to the roleplay. We will be buying missiles later on. In the choppers, we've got Dagari in MI8, Iron Wolf in Huey, we've got Stalker in a Gazelle, and Bree in a Black Shark. Again, as specified in the rules and specifications, this is a very complex campaign where even things like missiles and whatnot are counted. So it's going to be very, if you're asking why we're doing weird things like only using M120Bs, it's because we have specific restrictions at different times due to what we can and cannot afford and so on. What do you want to look at first, guys?
So I think the best place to start is to do a overall brief of tonight's activities.
Got a phone call.
So, situation as it stands, we are presently at peace with the Iran, but there are heightened tensions as per the news flash that was posted yesterday. At this moment in time, we are providing cap operations over the UAE, and we have a aircraft carrier group in the Gulf of Oman. We are going to be operating a recon operations for the time being and on standby in case Iran takes any hostile actions. Rules of engagement: do not fire over anything over Oman airspace unless the situation changes. Do not fire any weapons while over Oman airspace unless the situation changes. Oman airspace is neutral. We are not to violate that by any means. Do not get drawn into hostile airspace. GCIs, that's a major part of your task is to make sure you turn around our flights as and when required. And the final one is we do not want to enter 30 miles of any hostile F-14s. Again, GCIs, we need to manage that and pull our stuff back as much as possible. Okay, during peacetime operations, if we go look at the sheet, the F-18s will be flying cap in the Gulf of Oman, and they'll be carrying recon activities in the Bandajesk area of Iran. The objective of doing this phase is we're trying to gain as much intel as possible on hostile activity. F-16s likewise will be carrying out cap operations to the left over the UAE, and you are going to be doing recon over the islands in the Persian Gulf. Even though Iran presently controls it, as far as we're concerned, that is actually UAE territory, and we reserve the right to overfly that area. Particularly the F-16s, you need to pay special attention to any instructions from your GCI or any instructions that come through the mission system itself. It's important that you follow those instructions, F-16s. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
F-14s, they're going to be ferrying into the combat area, and they're just going to be, into the area and just providing on standby in the central area, ready to respond to any threats that appear. And the AV-8s, they're going to be shuttling across and landing at Ras Al Khaimah to provide fast response with strike capability as is required. We have a E2 AWACS active for both the carrier group, and E3 active over Al Dhafra to provide our radar coverage, and we have extensive Patriot systems around UAE to provide close-in support, along with some destroyers and cruisers in the Persian Gulf, which create additional air defense. Finally, we have a tanker which is operating to the southeast of Vajravara, however you pronounce that thing, its precise location to be determined. Iron Wolf, are you here? Did you put in tanker information into the sheet by any chance? Excellent. Okay, refer to the sheet for tanker information. Okay, if we go to slide 3, this is case green. In the event of hostilities between us and the Iranian state, we are immediately to switch to case green. What this means for F-16s, you will be carrying out alongside your cap activity an alpha strike on the Abu Musa Island. Supporting that strike will be AV-8Bs carrying sidearms and smart munitions to engage specific hostile targets. The F-16s, if you get there, I want you just dropping CBU-97s generally over the island, causing as much damage as possible. And then the AV-8s can clean up any hard armor targets left on the ground. Helicopter group, De Grey will give the immediate brief for what the helicopters will be doing in this case.
Okay, so the plan is, what we'll start doing is bolstering up defences in the UAE prior to any kind of activity, also setting up a FOB on the coast. Depending on what happens, we've got a few different little plans. I'll brief the chopper guys once we get into that. Essentially, we'll be looking at bolstering up some defences on oil rigs if possible, and depending on the success of the CAS strike on Abu Musa Island, we may have the possibility to set up a FOB.
Now, if we turn to sheet 4, we can see case green for the F-18s. In that situation, the F-18s will be carrying out alpha strike on Badr al-Jask airfield with the intention of neutralizing it or neutralizing any other threats located during prior recon operations. F-18s, are you happy with your objective? Excellent. Now, switching to case red. At the moment, Oman is neutral. Case red is if, for some reason, and as I say, I really don't know what's going to happen, if for some reason Oman turns out to be hostile, we switch to case red, which basically means everybody hit Kasab. We're going to try and capture it as quickly as possible. This is like I say, this is case red situation, so it's really just a just in case. There's no specific plans. This hasn't been pre-briefed. I purely thought better make a counterattack plan if necessary today. Is everybody happy in the situation of case red?
Yep.
Okay, so just to highlight, Abu Musa, we are going to try and neutralize it. If we can capture it, I'm considering that a stretch goal. But we have to be very much aware that we are potentially facing a strong hostile F-14 presence, which we need to be aware of, and we need to make sure we use our SAM nets and be defensive against that at all times. They might well have Jeffs as well. If they're operating out of Jask and we neutralize Jask, they're in trouble because they're about 100 miles away from any other friendly airfield, and well, we all know what their endurance is like. We also know that the Iranian Navy is out there somewhere, so if we actually catch sight on that as a secondary target, we will try and cause that some damage, but that's if we see it. Other items to be aware of, if you look on sheet 2, you can see there's lots of random ships sailing around the Persian Gulf with presently marked as both blue and red. These are all civilian vessels, okay? Even if they're marked red, you're not to hit and damage them. They are civilian vessels and are to not be engaged. Does anybody have any questions?
Yep.
Shoot.
In case green, do we know the anti-air defences at Abu Musa?
Negative. That is part of your recon operations prior to that. If you swing your T-pods over there when you're in the area and have a look and see what's going on, that's why I'm deploying AV-8s to support you. If there is RWR threats out there, the Harriers should be able to neutralize them before you move in with your CBU-97s.
Roger. Same question, case red with Saab defences.
Again, unknown. If we do hit that situation, I'm imagining the F-18s might well be carrying some harms as well, and you'll also have the AV-8s being able to carry out similar activities in that area. But we do not know what the Kasab airspace will be looking like. If your patrol takes you up that far, please feel free to have a look with your T-pods. If the Harriers are in that area at any sort of sensible time, I'm sure they can sneak a look as well.
Two more quick questions.
The 18s will be able to detect.
Where is, you said no flying over Oman no shooting it over Oman airspace, but where is Oman airspace?
Stand by.
That was Bay's question.
Just give you in a nutshell that little bit of a horn of the land popping up, dividing the two areas of the Gulf Sea. It's there and swings just
North of Razal.
It's the very north of the peninsula.
Roger.
I am dropping
And
a
it's also-
image into the mission files right now.
Roger. And regarding all of our flights, are any relevant waypoints selected, or do we have to put our own waypoints in manually?
I took the liberty of putting in some cap waypoints for the F-16s, but nothing else because I didn't have any.
Roger, duly noted.
Okay, cool. At the point, we have 3 GCIs hopefully present. I will have Crash operating the Persian Gulf facility, so the F-16 facility. Wizard, I want you covering the F-18 area of operations. And then, I can't remember your third guy's name, sorry. Solar Pilots, I want you to act as a reserve and also cover the helicopters. GCIs, make maximum use of your views to mark targets, find locations of enemy hostiles using your views you get through the F10 map. We are blind on the F10 map. I believe all we'll be able to see is our own fighters. So it is you won't be able to, if you need to get directions back to friendly units, you're going to have to get your GCIs to do it for you.
Or use your SA page, if you have one.
Yeah.
Or set up a waypoint for your bullseye.
Looking at tanker details in the first screen, are these accurate?
Yes.
Okay, so Shell 1 is F-16 Shell 1, KC-135, and on 2, 3, 4 is easy keep comms on.
Hope not.
Don't think so.
Shit. Okay, figure a way out refueling.
Do we have the TACANs for the tankers?
It's in the nav page.
Assuming the Tomcats aren't returning to base at the carrier, so what airfield should we base ourselves off of if we need to land or rearm?
I would recommend Al Manab as where I'm primarily going to try and base the forward units from. I believe all friendly airfields down there might have some munitions down there, but munitions on a UAE is probably going to be limited. So don't go down there expecting to find Phoenixes or anything like that.
Okay, airfield Al Dafra 1-3 left, so diversion Al Minhad. So write that down in your notebooks. Write your tanker, TACAN, and Alpha Mikes down in your notebooks. What else we got? GCIs, are we going to go through that now?
Yeah, like I said, we're going to have Crash is going to be operating the Persian Gulf. Crash if you take Magic on 242. And then Wizard if you take 252 covering the Gulf of Oman. And then 253 if that could be Solar Pilot. But like I say, monitor the 2 frequencies and back up the other 2 GCIs as is required.
Which one's the UAE controller?
242.
242, and who is it? Crash.
Crash.
Right, so we've got, write them down in your notebooks. Do not contact the wrong guy. Do not sit on 243 hoping to find someone. You will not get your controller sorted. I notice a conflict already. Common cap is the same as Texaco's Freak. That will not allow you to either talk to Texaco or Common cap. Needs deconflicting.
Texaco's got 2 call radio frequencies. It's got 233 on one page and 253 on.
Must be an error on the main
It's
page.
233.
I'll change that. Right, that's that done. So, recap.
And 235 as well for KC-130.
Okay, change that. We've got our tankers, we've got our bases, we've got our controllers. Remember, obviously, it's a hardcore scenario, a hardcore thing, so no respawns unless the usual rules. You disconnect or you bump into someone. What else goes? Yeah, F10 map is turned off, you'll all be happy to know, so you can't just press F10 and find out where everything is. So stay in visual contact with your buddy until fighting starts, and then make sure you join up with them to RTB, otherwise you'll be a nightmare to control for the controllers. Okay guys, so just do it.
Are we going to have a quick little chat with the Reds before we go? Kingston's just asking.
Yep. No.
Oh.
This is what's going to happen, boys. You guys plan, you do your 8-hour little sessions. In fact, let me point you towards my stream now. You guys are, on the left side, the Virgin Cap. You guys, you do your little 8-hour planning missions every
1 hour.
Man, we're going to beat it like this. Man, we're going to beat it like this. The chat
Cap,
cap.
Is it true you had a PowerPoint?
The chat cap is going to turn. It's going to turn up 5 minutes before, like we did. Cypher's going to go. You go there, boom. You go there, boom. You go there, boom. Cypher, mic drop. And then we go. We'll shoot most of you down. Let's face it. And then we go out and get laid.
So remember, Blufor's mission is kill all Reds.
Who are you going to get laid with on your stupid ship?
Guys, can I just ask Ironwolf?
Put it this way. So many generals and people have said in the past that no battle survives first contact.
There you go, boys.
So why
plan, boys? Hey, see?
Hey.
Adapt or die.
Me and Auntie are going out dancing later on. You guys are planning and debriefing.
That's good military doctrine. I could see how that's been.
That totally works.
So I was going to load 4 CPU 97s, 3 bags, and then 120s and aims.
Well,
is that good for you guys?
Our first task was cap only. So I'm wondering if we go cap only and then rearm if we need to. I think that's what we're supposed to be doing. I may have it wrong, but I mean, well, you wouldn't load up with CPU 97s on a cap run, would you? But
no, but if we go case green, we need to be able to hit that island quick, right?
All right. So you want to go what? 4 CPU 97s?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Because we can dump them.
Okay, welcome back, viewers. So we don't know how we're going to present this campaign to you at the moment. We don't know what we're going to be able to do in terms of making a video, because it may or may not work. The replays may work, they may not work. We'll see. But for the time being, at least, you're just going to see what's in my flight, basically. I'm just going to go 4 AMRAAMs. I don't intend to get in any dogfights. Okay, do your checks, boys. RDub on. CMDS on. Master arm on. Lights on. As required. Remove stick. FCR on, and mids LVT on.
Turning right now.
Roger, 2 following.
Ready.
Don't forget, guys, we're at max takeoff weight, so be patient on the takeoff.
All Hornets are on cap.
There's, I see Shell 1 over there, about to take off.
Yeah, there's the AWACS and the tankers are both over there. Oh, what was the runway? Maybe I'm going the wrong way.
1-3 left. There's 1-3 left, so we are going the correct way. Yeah, I can confirm over 20 knots, crosswind. We ain't going to be doing any bomb tossing today. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Okay, those tankers are taking off on the other side, so we're clear. Colt lead to, okay, we'll hold short. Cypher, you on? All Hornets are going airborne.
Sentry's up. Which one's 1-3 left? I can't work out which one's 1-3 left. God, we lost on the first mission.
It's this one right here. This one right here. Yeah.
I have duly noted, Roger.
It's the one on your right. Left is the one on your right.
Roger. Just waiting for 3 before we...
3 is semi-good. I still have the electrical system. I can't get it sorted.
2, ready.
3, ready. Okay, spool up. And 1's roll.
Nasty crosswind, huge crosswind. Don't stack it, lead.
I got it. Oh man, that was close.
Can you imagine that's the way you go out on the campaign?
Can't pull the throttle back when it's rough.
That was horrible.
Oh, that was bad.
That is a crosswind,
Turning
boys.
left.
This campaign is going to be nasty. Woohoo! No, you don't, biatch. No, you don't.
Go up to 15,000. What do you think, Cap?
Yeah, Roger. If we punch our Admiral's drawbell, do our bombs fall off?
Yes. Bombs and tanks.
Noted. Hostile on data link. Read back.
I don't see anything. I see
Get it out to 120. Get it out to 120.
Yeah, I see it, but I'm not sure that's an enemy based on the F-16.
Roger, I'm going to try IFFing. How's your FPS lead?
Good. FPS is good.
Do you know that you're on burn?
Yeah, I'm backing up. Just trying to get the altitude.
You in tally? You in visual 3?
Yeah, I got you. Leaving up on your left. Switching over to right. Okay, we're almost at 15,000 to go. Yeah, the HUD's shifted way left. Yeah, it's shifted.
Yeah, it's a big crosswind today, boys.
Leveling out at 15.
Okay, let's chew up some miles, boys. Let's have a look at the nails. 4-9, that's ours. HNAE, that is AE is ours, Aegis. P, I don't know what P is.
Stand by. Patriot.
Patriot, well done.
I guess, I think.
Aren't we supposed to see our waypoints on our HSD?
Yeah, little ball with the tail. It's like a sperm.
Roger, it's going to take us over to Sam's. I'm guessing they're all friendly.
I love the description. It's like a little sperm.
Nails,
like that.
Jeff, nails, Jeff. 10 o'clock.
Yep, I see it on there. There's two. We're not in any wartime situation though, so just keep an eye. There have been no hostilities as of yet. I have a feeling Cap wants to start something.
To be honest, I got such bad FPS I couldn't fight like this. I wonder why. Must be all those SAMs and shit.
Just look bad on the
It prioritises the stream over me, so I get the raw deal.
Right, that might be the hardware thing we changed, I wonder.
Maybe, but
I don't know, we haven't really tested it.
Can't worry about it now anyway, let's just push on, hope for the best. Hopefully once enough Jeffs have been shot down, we'll be okay.
Gotta draw them over, run them out of fuel.
Shitload of bad guys on SA now.
Alright, if you want to center your HUD, you can just hit the drift CO button, or switch up on UFC. Yeah, Cap's drifting a little bit, so I'm staying a little bit behind.
Roger, I'm trying to do exterior footage, but it's pretty much impossible.
Yeah, it's okay. Saves me the hassle of gluing myself.
107 viewers, new record RC.
I see 109.
Wow.
That's even a newer record.
What the hell's going on?
Iran campaign.
Iran campaign, baby. Sir.
Hi.
Jeffs have gone, Jeffs have faded. Jeffs are fairly close, they're 70 miles.
Cap, Squirtle's coming in.
Roger. Check Squirtle.
Cap, we've got an F4 Phantom about to reach UAE airspace. Bearing 032 for 80.
Any change in orders?
Is that for Uzi?
Yeah.
Copy, repeat the coordinate.
Bearing 033 for 76. Angels 8 climbing. He has busted UAE airspace.
I am gay.
033 for 76. Copy. Alright, let's go intercept him.
Roger. On the nose.
We're on that heading anyways, so
Roger.
Let's keep going. Do we see him?
Yeah, I got him on. Yep.
Cap, scratch that bandit is splashed. Shot down by Patriot.
Thank you.
Uzi flight copies, continuing Cap. Okay. He's splashed, so we're good.
Sounds like an old flight. Magic Uzi flight.
Traffic for Uzi.
Magic, this is Uzi. We are ready for takeoff, over.
Wait.
Why is she talking to us? I think she's got confused.
She's confused. We are definitely Uzi.
Uzi's a Harrier flight, over.
Yeah, Harrier flight to Uzi.
Oops, who's the silly LC?
I'm looking at the sheet right now. It says Uzi.
I don't know, I can't help you, Austin.
And the Harrier flight is also Uzi.
Sweet! Good fucking planning.
Nice.
I can read you, Uzi. I'm a little confused to call her now.
Let's just go Uzi 1 and make it go Uzi 2.
A bit worried about those guys.
Also, our fleet are heading straight for a tanker in the middle of the ocean. I think we're going to collide.
A bit worried on the left flank. You see 3 hostiles, like getting 40 miles now.
Squirtle radio check 127. Yep. Loud and clear.
Magic Vipers.
10.
Off our port side, that is west. I see contacts within 40 miles are hostile. Confirm.
Confirmed. We're not heading towards the airspace, so just continue, Cap.
Noted.
Right turn to waypoint 2. Sorry, left turn.
Check 3 o'clock hostile 40 miles. Did you see that guy on SA?
Yep. I don't think he's a hostile though.
Okay. Agreed. Yeah.
He's behind us, and they would have to fly all the way across to get there.
Did you send the wrong way, RC?
Yeah, I turned the wrong way because it didn't auto increment, so it confused me. Turning left.
Jesus, look at the SA. Look at the SAMs on SA. You've seen that shit.
Oh yeah.
No wonder I got like 3 FPS. This is crazy. Okay, hostile on scope. You got to go on scope just out of interest. 2 hostiles on scope. Confirmed hostiles. 40 miles, 12 o'clock. 3 times 3.
Obvious, yeah.
Like Jeff sitting right on our friggin' nose.
I have a feeling that you're supposed to hit one of these waypoints and something's supposed to happen.
Definitely hostile. 30 miles on the nose.
On the nose?
On the nose. Use your attack radar.
I don't see him with SA.
No, I've got them on my scanner.
Magic.
They're on my scanner. I'm just gonna look these bitches up, just in case.
I got him.
I'm bugging them just in case.
G-Cypher, my command, you on comms. They didn't turn up green.
They're definitely hostile. I'm bugged and I'm now... Stand by. Well, it says 10 miles, but that can't be right.
Cap, Squirtle.
Send.
Just took off from Doffer, I'm heading north. Where are you guys at?
Yeah, north.
Right, Cypher, go.
We're waypoint 2.
Waypoint 3. Waypoint 2, Raj. Cypher,
Mike
here in a
1
bit.
o'clock. Faded. Mike Cypher, go. Cap.
Just be advised,
flight notification, you are now in international airspace.
Wizard is directing us that there are 2 to 3 times F-14 off our nose, requesting further direction.
Shit.
Roger, continue as detailed. F-14 to nail AF 1 o'clock.
Copy. Let's go ahead and turn around.
Remember that piece unless we hear otherwise. What they do something mad.
I'm going to exit ammo just in case.
Turning around. Yeah, but we're
Cypher, what's the gen on taxi incidents?
I don't want to see jet fuck ups, you can respawn.
Okay, roger.
We're out too far. We shouldn't be out this far. I don't know where those waypoints are taking us, but we're not going to follow them. They're going to take us into enemy.
Yeah, it's taking us over international waters. What the hell?
Spike,
cap spike.
It takes us out of. Yep, I'm spiked.
Hawk system.
Mike, man, Cypher, you should presently be on Wizard on 252, by the way.
Hostile ahead, on scope.
Copy, we're turning back inland.
Yeah, scratch it, it's a friendly, it's just the thingy being buggy. Where the hell are you turning, RC? This is not towards our waypoint.
We're turning back inland. These waypoints are taking us into enemy territory, and we're non-hostile cap. Staying in our cap zone. As directed. Because I'm looking at the kneeboard, and these waypoints take us into Iran.
That's interesting. Okay, I'll bring up the Cypher Supercap. Oh, she can't hear us. How do we don't have a guard, do we?
Oh no, we don't.
Pontiac's here. Say, go for it.
Oh, I need the boss. Can you talk to him?
I can relay affirm.
Okay, the F-16's waypoints are taking them directly into Iran or the hostile area. We don't know whether to follow them or not.
The Harrier with cap, we're just cap onward. Cap onward.
Send.
Waypoint, the last waypoint is bullseye. It's not actually where you're supposed to fly. Okay? Passing on your right. Gotta be quick.
I don't understand, RC.
So again, last waypoint is bullseye. Don't fly there, it's just for reference.
Roger. Okay, well let's do it, RC, into the SAMs.
Alright. You turn it back on.
They don't fly there.
Well, he says the last waypoint's bullseye. I see bullseye in the middle of those SAMs, boys.
Yep.
See it on my
increment to waypoint.
But he said don't go there. He said don't go to last.
We're not going to go to 4.
It's clear as mud. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. You can make the decision, RC.
Put in waypoint 3. We'll fly to waypoint 3.
3. RC, wait up a bit. I'm having to keep burning to catch you up. I don't know how you're lighter than me, but...
Let me slow down. I think I just got ahead of you.
Yeah, I got a fuel state of 10 health.
Where the hell's 3? No joy.
3 is on your right, low.
Look at that SA screen.
Yeah.
That's not all enemy though. I think some of it's friendly.
Well, RC, they're surrounded by red contacts who are chasing us. Check behind us.
Yeah, I see it.
And I'm talking 30 miles chasing us. Shit, I just overshot, I wasn't watching. Going over the top.
Let me speed up, I'll speed up a bit.
120 viewers, RC. Shit.
Whoa.
What's going on?
No pressure.
I'm just going to zigzag to get you in front.
Magic, this is Pontiac Whistler. We've detected an echo somewhere to our north, not far. Can you confirm for us?
I'll see, where are we in the world? Are we in Oman?
Magic, you on station? Oman,
no, we're not over.
We're not bandit.
Say again?
I'm following the
Magic, say call sign.
I know, but we've got to remain situation awareness.
Crash
we need to know where we are.
Magic.
I know where I am.
Which airframe is calling bandit? It's Pontiac, Whistler. We're to the southeast of the peninsula. We detect something of a shadow to our north. Can you verify?
They do have a hostile. I see a hostile one.
Whistler, there is a bandit. He is approximately 85 miles to your north. He's you're flanking left of him, but he's not breaking the limit right now.
Copy. We're gonna turn left here. Let's make a slow turn left.
Need speed check.
3 90.
Yeah, this is the north tip of Oman, guys. This is the north tip of Oman.
Yeah, we're good. Looking at the cap map.
Cap does not like this. Not one bit.
We'll do a flyover of the island maybe and see if we can reckon something. Whistler, confirm you're currently east of the peninsula, correct?
Tally Iran.
Magic Iron
No.
We're gonna fly to Abu Masa.
Go for Magic.
Tally oil rig below us.
Magic Iron Wolf, can you give us a vector to the USS Gary?
So we're gonna turn to 259.
USS Gary.
The nearest frigate.
Nearest frigate is 231 for 9. It's proceeding southwest.
231 for 9, roger.
Okay, we're heading 259 basically into the sun. Towards Abu Masa. We're still in our cap
You're
area.
currently in international airspace.
Please say OAS. Cass.
400.
Thank you.
Uzi copies Magic. We're returning back in towards Abu Masa. Copy points we're taking up. Yeah, of course.
Ships below us, multiple. Abu Masa. Abu Masa, visual. Red smoke.
Copy. Go ahead and
I'll call it in. Magic Vipers.
Nope.
We were flying past Abu Masa. We've seen red smoke on the island. Just wanted to report that in.
Copy.
Beck knows what that is, of course.
Abu Masa's dead on our nose.
Oh, what island is it on the right then?
33 miles. So what I want us to do when we go to Abu Masa near it is look at it with your T-pod and do any visual inspection for SAMs.
Roger, noted. Okay, I'm relying on you for nav because I'm struggling.
Yep, and we have enemy on our nose, but we are not in hostile territory, so do not fire unless fired upon.
I'm looking on our knee board. Abu Masa. I think sure that wasn't Abu Masa.
You're still on approach to Abu Masa.
Yes,
obviously not.
On our nose.
We're heading into a large SAMNet, reconfirm. As in literally crossing the threshold into a SAMNet. Spike that SAMNet. Suggest turnaround. Please give orders.
Turn left. Sorry.
Launch warning.
I mean on the wrong.
Evading. Full burn. Spike. Launch warning.
Yeah, there's a couple launches. Let's head over squad direct. 13
Squirtle flight is your flight is 008 for 30. If you want to rejoin.
Roger, they're taking some heat from staying up high.
Magic Cap, Magic Vipers.
Nope.
We were scoping out Abu Masa and we got launched on. It was our fault though, so we're just getting out.
Roger that. You didn't violate any airspace.
No.
Job, boys.
I'd say that's a hostile intention.
Launch warning.
Any report? Any RWR signature?
HK Hawk system.
Copy. Record Squirtle.
Well,
you guys got a 3-ship about 30 miles to your roughly 5 o'clock on the other side of Abu Masa.
Are they hot?
We're keeping it.
No, they're not hot. Just let you know they're pretty close.
Duly noted. That's the Jeffs.
Yeah, we're going nail spot.
Copy. Let's head back into the coastline of UAE.
Jeff, 5 o'clock nails.
Heading 123.
I'm now above you guys by about 15 miles.
Roger, come down and get in visual if you can.
Roger, I recommend you guys climb up to about 30,000 so you have energy to spare in case we get launched on.
Which ones I can try to stop them?
Copy. We're going to stay over the UAE right now in the coastlines.
Cap fuel 8.
Roger, I also need to climb for fuel efficiency.
Shut up. That's fuel 82.
Oh, that was a bit of excitement, boys. We'll get bollocking back at base for that.
Hey, we were in our airspace. They launched on us. Magic said we didn't violate any airspace.
Trap, how did I single jet this again?
I'm trying to work it out.
Go to SMS.
Yeah, SMS SJ page, is it?
Yep. Then choose your TK300s. Then hit weapon release.
Split on visual on you guys, mark your right wing low. Because the people like are coming in to fly with you.
Just favour RC, knock that speed back for a bit. I got a few miles back.
Yep. And as a reminder, there's no hostilities, so don't engage. Observe, but don't engage.
How do you select the side tanks, RC? Is it? How do you do?
That should be 3 in your SMS SJ page.
Yeah, I can't select the two side ones. Got it.
Yep, okay.
Okay, I'm all good. Right, I'm all set up and slick now, boys. I'm reading a hostile contact, 11 o'clock for 20 miles. Can't be right, can it?
Probably not.
Magic Meadows. Go ahead.
Could be.
Magic, can you vector static onto me, please?
Say again.
Could you vector static onto me?
Affirmative. Static, your wingman is at 285 for 20 miles, Angels 15. Roger, 285, 20 miles.
Well, now we know your stance at Abu Masa.
Yes, it's Big Sam. Confirm Angels 17 lead.
Angels 16-3.
Come out, no tower
lead.
Copy. So the coastline keeps us in the middle of our cap, so we'll just do the coastline.
Tally, I'm with lead. Lead speed check, formation.
338.
Right, all is well. Bunch of bad guys just across the water, and good.
Just keep an eye on them.
14 nails, 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock. 129 viewers, new record.
Wow.
That's a lot of sons of bitches. 4, are you with us now? Yes, Cap, I'd love to talk.
Sorry, was that Miss Squirtle?
Don't worry, Squirtle, I can already see you on my headset.
Oh, okay. Well, if you look at your right window, hi, I'm right next to you.
Hello.
So we're flying down basically to Alpentine and then turning around and coming back north. That's our cap control of area.
3 has a fuel state of 6.5.
2 is fuel state 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah, nothing's happened yet, guys. I think if you guys wanted to land real quick and put your tanks back on, it might not be a bad idea.
Tempting.
And we're literally over the international airfield right now.
Is it blue? Lead, ask Magic if it's got any objections.
Copy. Magic. Lucy Vipers.
Go.
We're going to go ahead and, unless you have an objection, we're going to land at Dubai, refuel, and come back up.
If 2 of you could go down, and then 2 of you stay up, and then swap out when you're done.
Copy.
Squad will stay up. I've got 11 and a half still.
Yeah, 2 and 3 go down. I'll stay up.
Roger, follow 2, that's me. Where's the base, guys? Where's the base? I don't see it.
Cap behind 180.
Roger.
We're just gonna orbit here then. Where are you, Squirtle?
Tally base, tally base. Okay, splash and dash. This will be, boys. 3. I'm going to come in from the sea. Quick circuit into runway. What was about 14 or something like that.
Pulling a trail behind.
1 feet. Make sure once you guys have jettisoned, you turn off your jettison button too. Come out of SJ.
Initial. A copy, turn off jettison.
2 copy, cap braking. 2 downwind.
Train the brake.
You guys are in a hurry, don't do a perfect pattern, you need to get down to refuel.
Yeah, it's fine. Trust me, it'll be quick.
Loading speed.
Cap base.
I have a feeling we didn't trigger what we were supposed to trigger.
Trigger.
Well, we did get launched that. That should count, shouldn't it?
Yeah, the problem is that the waypoint, I think, and I'm just assuming that we're supposed to trigger things, is way too far out in international waters. We would never fly out there. Magic Uzi Viper.
Nope.
Considering that we were launched on by SAMs at Abu Masa, and we're not in the airspace, is that considered a hostile?
Can you say again?
We were launched on by Abu Masa, but we were not in their airspace. Would that be considered a hostile act?
It could be perceived as a hostile act, but I'm not really willing to start a shooting war over that. We kind of shot down an F4 in Oman airspace with a Patriot battery that I didn't have control over at the time.
3, really horrible landing conditions, extra caution.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Crosswind?
Crosswind and FPS and weight, everything together, was almost impossible.
Yeah, okay. Should have dumped your bombs off.
Yeah, I will do next time.
Unless we can't rearm there, that could be.
Don't say that. No.
Yeah, we can send them everything. Hasn't happened yet. Nobody hasn't pinged me.
Yeah.
Request rearming.
Cap rearming. Welcome back, 3, good landing. Just get on the side here, it'll be fine. We'll be like a mic and a half, guys, and we'll be up.
Ripcord, when they're taxiing to take off, I think we should just kind of fly straight and approach.
Yep.
And then I'll give you separation, you can land first, and then I'll come in right behind you.
Spike
F-14.
That F-14 is friendly. Where are you getting the spike from? To the southeast?
100 direction of the spike.
Yeah, that's a friendly.
100. That's good.
Cap rolling.
Bird, I'm going to come out of this orbit and just head down.
Roger.
Okay, I'm going to go 3 catch up. I'll just orbit the base.
Okay.
There's that wind again.
Magic, this is Static Uzi. I have a lookout ping at 29 off my 2 o'clock position.
Altitude.
2 ever.
Oh, I hear something.
Can you, Tony? Confirm.
Oh, there it is. Upper right corner.
Static, are you on 242?
Some civilian cargo ship in distress.
Roger. You're gonna be on 252, but I'll give you
What have we got to do, RC?
Roger, thank you. Just out of the other
CENTCOM class civilian cargo ship in distress after encounter with Iranian Navy patrol.
We're getting traffic on guard.
Approximately 20 miles northwest of Qatar. Friendly
you are lifted.
Has launched Hilo aircraft to investigate. Request low-level supersonic bypass within 2 miles of vessel as a show of force.
Are we going up there, boys?
That's F-14 and F-18 region based on the slide on the other side.
Roger.
Copy.
Yeah, so that's north of the northernmost peninsula of Oman there. where Kasab's at. But something like that could happen near us, so we need to be ready.
Viper flight magic. Trees up and on your 6 cap.
Go ahead for Viper.
How many do you have airborne right now? Super Cap D, Cap.
All 4 of us are airborne right now.
Alright, I have new tasking for you. Stand by. Copy that. Super Cap and Vasilok, proceed heading 032 for 92. Need a low speed, need a low altitude, high speed flyover.
Roger, 2 and 3 noted, and inbound now. 3 join up with me, we're Oscar Mike.
Twirl and Ripcord, you are cleared to land if you need fuel.
Copy. Cord needs fuel. He's landing.
4 is good. I have 10,700.
Stand by for flash traffic.
The group. I'm gonna stay with you, Ripcord. You want me to go with the guys?
No, you guys go with them, and I'll catch up.
Captain's lead plane.
Oh, you are jumping on my screen.
Angels, 2,500
Stand by for
ASL.
traffic.
2,500.
Right.
Yeah, Cap, you're dancing on my screen, so I'm gonna stand trail with you.
Roger, noted. Cap setting, heading 032, magnetic. He did tell me to go low altitude, didn't he, guys?
Look, we need to go low altitude when we get to the thing we're passing over, but until we get there, we need to conserve fuel, which means flying higher.
Duly noted, going mil power and 7 degrees up.
If you could just stay still on my screen, God. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to stay away from the area where you are jumping.
I think it's in server. I'm seeing you both jump around.
Agreed, I see you both jump around.
Cap
okay,
magic.
stay away from each other. You are talking to me, are you talking to Super Cap or Cap?
Super Cap.
Send.
Stand by to copy flash traffic.
Roger, ready.
We got a report of civilian cargo ship in distress, apparently encountered an Iranian Navy patrol. Approximate grid, ref, Delta, Quebec, 1-3, approximately 20 miles north-northwest of Kasab. Break. Friendly frigate has launched a helo aircraft to investigate. They're requesting you do a low-level supersonic fly past within 2 miles of the vessel to show force. The vessel has sent out distress flares. They'll be marked with red smoke. How copy?
Copy, all are on the way now.
What was the grid? Delta Quebec what?
I didn't catch it, but it's just 20 miles north-northwest of Kasab. It'll be dirt easy to find. One of you's flown ahead by a long way, just... Oh, sorry, I was going slow, I didn't realise.
Yeah, that was me. I was freaking out with the lag. I was trying to get away from you.
Roger, I was stalling anyway. I'm going up, punching up to 400.
Yeah, that lag is bad.
We'll start getting kicked out soon, I imagine.
Bear just killed himself. That's not like Bear. Yeah, you are now stationary on my screen and whirling around. Fucking hell.
The best chance we've got is just staying away from everyone else and hoping for the best. Thank you, McClure.
I'm going to spread even more.
The code of the grid rep was Delta Quebec 13, Delta Quebec 13. Squill, stop flying sidewards. That's an order.
I told him to not do that.
Yeah, sorry, bad habit.
Follow this coast all the way to Kasab.
That's how he won yesterday.
Go, Atomic. Sorry. Well, can I have all the 18s are crashing?
Noob drivers.
Let's not talk about our first takeoff roll.
Yeah, the FI was red AI, I believe. Jeff nails, but just no threat.
Alright, so I'm not sure which one is Cap. I see one that's like between one to my right and then one farther to the right. And the one farther to the right is lowest.
So just zoom in on your HSD. Their blue circles will show you where each of us are exactly.
Yeah, okay.
I will be 1. I'll be flight lead on your screen.
Okay, got it.
Angels, 15, 330, CAS.
Okay, I'm airborne. I'm gonna find you guys. What's your
Roger.
angels?
At 15 and going 3. I'll go quite slow, but there's no rush really for you. FPS is clearing up for me. Keep burning by accident. How do you know when your burner's on?
You can tell because your nozzle position percent open will be above 0. Right above your RPM.
Roger, thank you.
Magic opening.
Lovely FPS. Lovely FPS. I can fly now.
Yeah, you're looking better on my screen as well.
So like I said, just get away from all the shit and the server wakes up again.
Okay. Just needed a breather.
Are you guys with me, yeah?
Yeah, I'm on your right far. Same. Somebody send for who was asking for magic.
I'm ahead of you guys. What's that again?
Cap autopilot on and chilling.
Flash card yellow, that's I'm gonna go over man, over northern airport now.
Roger, over Oman now. Looking for Kasab. Guys, I'll meet you over Kasab Air Base, should be friendly.
Captain.
Cap Tally, Kasab Air Base, fall in on me.
Guys, Squirtle, I got 2, it's probably F-14, 030 for 80.
0, where?
015 for 80 miles, and outside F-14 nails for a second.
Cap Tally, getting on the scope now. Hostiles, Angels 8, do you get the map? Top.
Yeah, confirm 14 there.
Affirm, Angels 8.
Guys, I found the ship, Fall on me, fall on me.
Cap, if we're about to go, hold on, I'm gonna go with this.
I'm not gonna bug them just in case I've got a fire.
GTI Squirtle.
3, take the rear guide. 3, take the rear guide.
Yes, Squirtle.
Do you still want Viper flight to overfly the distress ship if we're about to have weapons free, or do you want us to be more expensive?
I would probably say cancel the overflight, do what you have to, and it's now been 2 minutes. All flights cleared, weapons free. All flights cleared, weapons free.
What's happened? I don't understand. Why are we weapons free?
I don't either, but we're weapons free now, and we definitely don't want to fly over the ocean with F-14s coming at us.
No, come back towards UAE.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cap reversing. Let's go back, boys.
Cap, turn around, heading 194 for 18.
Roger, Cap.
Let's go cluster up Abu Masa.
Keep your eyes on them, boys. Keep your eyes on them.
If we had hostilities now, our secondary objective is to bomb Abu Masa.
That was case green. We need somebody to clear case green.
Right, we need to clear.
Magic, this is return to the east side. Vector to station, please.
Cap reversed. Heading home.
You can stay in orbit. I've got 3 inbound aircraft bearing 320 for 40. They're closing in rapidly. Correction, 1 just turned around. 320.
We've got a 3 ship coming towards the coastline, guys, from about 240.
It's a long way away, Squid. It's not.
That's 70 miles.
The guys behind us, the guys at the stricken vessel are still hot by the looks of things.
Yeah, but also reply Oman if they want to come for us.
Lead,
where are we going? I'm
confused. Sam's out. Our friendly Sam's outbound.
Well, we're still just we haven't gotten any orders to it.
Okay, well, look, we need to meet up. We're spread, but we need to meet up. Who are we missing?
Yep, I'm coming right at you right now.
Ali, turning into you. Okay, when we meet up, 16, you resume lead once you get ahead.
Ripcord, you're about to pass your flight. You can rejoin on them, come south.
Copy, I've got him on radar.
Cap merge, RC, look up and right, you'll see me. In fact, I'll just fall on you, I'll fall on you.
I'm going to turn around anyways, Cap. So.
Roger, you follow me.
Yep, Cap, if you can proceed heading 206, I want you behind the Patriot battery so you can get support from them.
206.
3, Spike 14.
We've lost a Hornet. Hornets just went down. I don't know what's going on.
It says shaken crash.
What a fucking surprise! Well, they can't just keep respawning. They can't respawn. You know, if they crash, they fucking crash. You lead. You come and lead us, RC.
Yep.
I'm heading 206 at 16.
We're on the left side of the formation now.
I'm a bit worried about that spike, boys.
I'll see, look up and right, I see. What spike?
I got a spike 14. It's not spiking anymore, but it will rip.
Direction.
I didn't get it.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, I got a 14 nail, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I got a hard spike. Let's keep an eye on it. Okay, where are you guys?
There's nothing close, guys.
There's
40.
a con.
Where's the car?
They're conning ahead of us.
It's going to be a friendly AWACS.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta tell you one of our flight members. 2? Okay, there you guys are. See, Cap, I haven't lost you yet.
Well done. Okay, we're all merged. Well done.
Heading 206.
Captain, Super Captain, flight F-14s have currently turned cold and are holding inside of international airspace at this time.
Copy, what do you want us to do?
I want Ripcord and Bosch to hold at their positions. Squirtle and Cap proceed heading 016 for 56. If they shoot you down, they will have done so inside of a neutral territory.
Okay, 4. I'm turning left to 016.
F406.
I'm just going to orbit here.
Yeah, Raj, I'm just trying to identify you in this lot. Where are you? Should be to my 11. What's your angels?
Angels 15.1.
Yeah, speed.
Speed is
Cypher 14 is 258 for 9. Angels 25.
Okay, Cap is on 016 with hostiles on scope in front of me. Battle spread.
Magic Whistler, heading back east. What do you need?
We just lost the KC-135 MPRS. Luckily that doesn't affect us, but that's a major loss for the campaign. We just lost a Gazelle.
How did that happen? They're all the way on the other side.
Probably just crashing.
F-14 just killed a Gazelle. Kill feed. And the
that
MiG-29 shot down our tanker. So yeah, game's on.
Great.
That's it.
Okay,
It's down now.
how do you want to tackle this? Do you want to hook maneuver on them? I don't know what we're going to do to fight these guys. They've got 60 miles
Let me
range.
get a GCI. I need to know the GCI Squirtle.
Send.
We got 2 bandits, 50 miles, 12 o'clock. Please declare type.
They are F-14s and hostile.
Roger, thanks. Okay, we got F-14s in front of us, so we're kind of fucked. We can't outrange them here, so what we're gonna have to do is start flying angled off.
I want you to hold.
Start beaming right,
Hold it on the
cap.
Yeah, Roger, Cap right.
And then we can use these mountains for cover if we get a launch.
Roger.
Sorry, I meant to say crank, not beam, but you know what I meant.
Yes, sir. That's three times.
Very firm. Watch for the launch trails. Keep your eye out over there.
Roger, you know what missile they've got? Is it smoke?
Yeah, they have the oldest one.
Okay, that works.
Cap, bandits are 004 for 37, turning cold. Just keep you advised.
Roger, we've got the Moscow.
I think the old one's range is what, 40 or something?
DCS Squirtle, confirm we are cleared hot on bandits as they've shot down a tanker and a helicopter at this point.
Currently weapons hold at this time.
What the fuck? Cap's cranking right. I'm getting within 20 miles now.
Same.
Staying a little away from Jordan, so you jump on my screen. With all due respect, Magic, they committed an act of war.
Okay.
Cap's ready to fire.
Magic, we're showing Patriot launches out of Dubai.
Viper's ready to fire.
My transports.
Let's see cons from a bandit.
Is that a missile? Is that a missile?
That's a missile, that's a missile.
Out we go. Out we go.
GCI, be advised, Viper Flight is taking fire from enemy F-14.
Copy, go evasive, and all flights cleared, weapons free.
I'm going into mountains.
Yeah, likewise.
Spike. Patriot's out. Patriot's out on the top.
Bandit bearing 325, 35, Angels 20 climbing.
Another Patriot out.
I'm chasing those Patriots out.
Careful, Cap.
Yeah, friendlies in between you and him. They're at Angels 2.
Advance, I'm gonna be aware here.
Yeah.
Danger close, danger close.
Got those JES out to see as well.
Squirtle, missile. Send this.
Cap's running in. I'm chasing one down. Cap 26 miles.
Magic, the coordinates was a little off. We're grounded. We're on the deck and outbound.
Gonna go back, Cap up.
Alright, we're heading for the deck. Yep, sorry, body ATC was frozen for a few minutes. Affirm, I'm under fire. Cap nearest bandit is 317 for 20, Angels 13, hot.
Got him. 137. Can't be. Can't be. Oh, give it to me.
Cap, we're gonna kill these guys. We gotta bait them in over the land for cover.
Cap's go. Fuck it. Oh, got him.
Ripcord, there's a bandit bearing 342 for 32, Angels 13, hot. Whistler needs support. I've got a bandit in close.
Spike.
Fox 3 Cap.
Spike on a Patriot.
Negative, no bandit in close on scope.
You're mine, motherfucker.
Advance, stay inland.
Fox 3.
Copy, we could definitely use some backup. Somebody's shooting at me up close.
Fox 3.
You certain that's not a Patriot battery? Last blind on lead, heading inland.
Come on, motherfucker. Come fucking get some. Come on, motherfucking get some.
Squirtle, be advised, bandit bearing 007 for 32, Angels 16, hot.
Cap guns.
007, 32, roger.
Caps in the guns, fight.
Squirtle, 011 for 28,
Flash!
Angels 16.
Caps flash, I'm out of here, boys, I'm out of here.
Whistler, bandit 354 for 42, Angels 15, hot.
How do I get home?
Going back inland.
10-4-5, check.
150, Cap.
On it.
Now 353 for 38 Angels 1-2.
DCS Squirtle, bandit on 12 o'clock, clear side, please.
Confirmed hostile F-14.
Confirmed.
Took out tail.
Took that motherfucker out, RC.
Good job.
I'm free, I'm safe. Woo!
Come to bearing 328 for 25. I've got a flight of 3 bandits closing in on Cap.
Nah, no chance they're catching me. Wow!
328.
Something calling. Whistler, bandit bearing 348 for 29, Angel 6.
That's an expensive F-14 we just took out.
Squirtle, nearest bandit is 357 for 10, Angel 6.
Oh, if it's tail, it registers as an S5.
Baddie close to you, Squiddle. You got him on SA. 10 miles close. Missile on Squiddle from the sea. Missile on Squiddle from the sea. Tally. Get safe. Oh, fuck.
Work on it.
Command problems.
Whistler, spike. Squirrel, you have a bandit on your 6 by about 5 miles.
Fox 3, I'm turning around.
5 miles.
Keep him off, Cap.
Thank you. I'm safe. Jesus.
Copy, I'm heading back in.
Just fucking lobbed a Hail Mary at me. Oh, jeez.
Squirrel, Fox 2.
Get him.
Squirrel, Murray.
Oh, what do I do? Tally, I'm coming for you. I see you. Shoot at me, you bastard. Shoot at me.
Fox 2.
Coming into the mountains.
Mad Eyes, I don't show you on the scope.
I see your man.
Splash.
Okay, get into the mountains immediately.
Still flying.
Okay.
Looking at him, still flying.
Whistler, nearest bandit is 320 for 28, Angels 3, hot.
Shit, there's someone here.
Now 324 for 26, flanking right, Angels 3. Squirtle, nearest bandit is 348 for 7, Angels 3.
Where'd that motherfucker
Squirtle,
go?
flash bandit, dead.
Bandit bearing 004 for 14, Angels 3, proceeding cold.
Get safe in the mountains. Well done, boys. That's 2 F-14s out for no losses. That's some good shit.
I got the Nuri Cap.
Oh!
Nice.
That breaks my friggin' heart, boys.
Whistler, nearest bandit 308 for 28, Angels 18, hot.
Okay, that's Own Oman, guys. Own Oman. Cap, fuel state 3.5.
6.1 for RC.
'14 spike cap. Sitting out there prancing their stupid missiles. What are they going to do against F-16s, boys?
Cap, you're going to have to go refuel soon.
I am.
Whistler, you've got a bandit flanking you, 008 for 13.
Spike JF.
Squirrel, there's a bandit bearing 006 for 17.
Roger, Mad Eyes.
Go for magic.
Mad Eyes, we're currently refueling and rearming. My intention is to head to Abu Musa Island for recce and possible SAM sites. Do we have cap available to cover us?
That is negative at this time.
Do we have any estimate of the cap on station?
It's the fact that they're in the middle of a dogfight right now.
Roger.
Ripcord and Signore head 229 for 24 Angels 3.
Yeah, Signore, go.
Okay.
Whistler broke lock, Vector to Bandit. Vector is 312 for 14 Angels 2.
Are those 2 Tomcats out there, or is that just 1 Tomcat out there?
Squirtle Bandit to turn cold at 29522 for Angels 2.
They're out of gas, they're out of gas.
Roger, DCS, Squirtle's going to turn cold.
I'm going to spike him just to give him something to think
Hey guys, I have 2 Western Blue Cast. I'm low on fuel. I'm going to land real quick and rearm. I'll be back up in 5 minutes.
Flanking right.
Where are you landing?
Raz, however you say this place, Al-Kamaya.
Roger.
Kaima. Yeah, it's really close. It's like 5 miles away.
Cap, what time are we knocking this off?
I don't know. It's not my. It's not my thing really. I don't know.
Whistler Fox 3.
Can't go much longer. Quarter of an hour maybe. Okay, Cap's looking for that airbase.
Okay. Let's go. Yeah, I didn't see if we've got any SAMs. I've got a waypoint in.
Whistler Bandit bearing 34012. I suggest you turn cold heading 131 for 18.
Cap's at the airfield.
Also coming traffic. Ice taxi.
Whistler Bandit is turning hot on you. Angels 4 off your nose. Hey, from we're turning cold.
Cap braking.
Whistler, turn. Bandit is on your 6. Turn heading 116 for 24.
Just landing on 17.
116 for 24.
Cap, I'm based for 3-4 right now, so I'm opposite of you.
Stick on the left side of the runway. Left side of the runway.
Roger, I'll land left.
Cap base.
Actually, I'll come land 17, because I blew my landing here.
Hold up.
What was the shortcut to dim down the bloody lights of the NVGs again? Can't remember.
What was that? Best?
Yeah, what was the key again? Wait, so can I get coverage up to my region and have Joker fuel?
For the... Sorry, you were locked on.
Whistler, Bandit is turned cold.
For the,
you are cleared RTB. Airsfield is rock all green. Yes, and to tune them down or dim them. Affirm.
Oh, that I don't remember.
Let's go. Coming Whistler is 155 for 20.
Altitude.
Up down.
Altitude.
Two down, one down.
Nasty right to left crosswind. Left to right crosswind. Cap's not going to be able to stop.
I love how the fucking runway lights aren't on. So it's
really
like pitch black out here.
Right shift and N or something. Landing is hard today, man.
I've blown my approach 3 times because I overshoot because I can't see the runway.
How is the pattern at this time? Relatively. Magic recap.
Then?
Seems that most all friendly and enemies seem to be RTB at this time.
Roger, I will give it 5 mics to see what happens. Do not hit me, please.
Rush, Alkaline traffic, Maddox land,
1 and 3, how's it looking out there? You've got clear skies?
Pretty clear. Did the lights come on down there? No.
Negative, we've got no way of contacting them.
I did, I contacted them, but they don't want to turn the lights on.
I watched port to landing going around.
There's a Harrier here, there's a Harrier here.
Fucking
No perception, those fucking NVGs.
Westside command traffic, do we have the airfield there? Do we have aircraft on the runway?
So does this 16 have night vision goggles?
Yep.
Yes. Oh. Huh.
There's just a magic again. There appears to be aircraft on the runway at Ras Al Khaimah.
That's us, Whistler.
Roger.
Yeah, he's lined up.
Static and Mad Eyes, can you text it clear? I've got inbound aircraft.
They're going to crash in a 25 knot crosswind.
Static, and Mad Eyes are ready for takeoff.
Well, you guys aren't going to get anywhere in 5 minutes, and I got barely any cap cover right now.
Roger, Magic. Do you want anything else from the F-16s, Magic?
Not at this time. They're all bandits seem to be RTB.
Okay, boys, come down.
Copy. Trees on the final wish.
Use 17.
On finals.
Runway, what runway?
3-4.
Russell, come on.
I can't even see the runway, it's so dark. It's 3-4. So you're off to the left of the runway. Oh, I just now see it.
Tally. Whistler, we've got guys on the side. Guys on the side, beware.
Oh, tell him I'm waving off. I didn't get a good approach. Then you got landing traffic from the opposite side. Wave off.
We're landing the other runway, 17 Whistler.
Back up the runway.
Try contacting the tower on 118.25. See if we can put the lights on quick.
I already tried that.
Whoa. Sorry, 3.
Nice!
Just keep it straight, you're fine.
Well, I didn't die, so that's a good thing.
Hold on. I was just testing you.
I'm gonna hit you there.
I was just testing your reactions.
Did I pass?
Yes. Yes, you did.
I'm so proud.
I'm going to park with the Harriers.
So dark I can see where the Harriers are.
Right shift November for me.
We're still turning for finals at Ross, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, runway should be clear.
I said should be.
Oh, Whistler! Jesus Christ. No, Whistler! Whistler, no! Twat! Jesus, how?
God, that was fucking bullshit.
Whistler, how?
Couldn't see a damn thing. It's pitch black.
Night
And the
vision
runway
goggles?
lights are off. And night vision goggles were just... Oh, the gain was all the way up. I can't see a damn thing.
Unfortunately, that's ED. You can't switch runway lights on unless you're at Vody.
Right. Okay, well that's annoying. Waste of a thing, but never mind. These things happen. Okay, guys. We've got red in here
I'm
as
not
well.
counting that.
We've got red in here as well, guys.
No.
We will
No,
do
no,
because
we're
they'll
in
be
Blufor.
elsewhere.
I can't come.
Do we debrief
We have
our
to
own
go to
team?
war room.
I'm not counting that shit. I made it down. It's just stupid.
How do we debrief, guys? I need orders. How do we debrief?
Should we do a deep? Is Iron Wolf here?
Well, we debrief Blues in here, and then we debrief everybody in no man's.
Okay, Pontiac 1, debrief, Whistler, send.
We got a bunch of... so I didn't see everything really out there. From my point of view, we got a couple of Reds streaking in, launching Fox 3s from long range, and I evaded a couple missiles. I think I got one suppression shot. The rest will have to say their own piece, though. I didn't get too much action.
Okay, Pontiac 2. Pontiac 2.
Atomic.
Okay, Pontiac 3.
Okay, Cypher, Pontiac 3. I basically got up there, flew around a bit, got presented by a couple of enemies, but nothing came to it, and I'm personally trying to get back to a home plate without my Rio now, so fun.
Uzi. I noticed there were 2 groups called Uzi, which is kind of really weird and annoying, but Uzi, not us? Harrier?
That's Uzi Harriers. Yeah, we took off from the tower as we were watching the fleet sail into an oil tanker that was in front. I don't know if it crashed because we took off before then, and we ferried over to Raz. Uneventful, really. Just a ferry flight with Mavericks, sidearms, sidewinders, and fuel.
Roger. Okay, very good. Have we had any losses so far? Has anyone been shot down?
We lost a tanker.
A tanker, okay.
I saw a Gazelle got hit by
Yeah, that was the aggression that was initially kicked off everything.
Roger.
And a ship. The ship got sunk as well.
Okay, we'll come to that. Yeah, because we were confused at ROE. What the hell? We could fire, then we couldn't fire, then we could fire. Can we have Cult, the second group of Cult, send?
Who was the first group of Cult?
The one that's not you guys, who are also called Cult.
That would... Are you talking about Sagan and Bear?
No.
Look at the sheet, brothers.
I'm still flying.
Yeah, there's 2 Colts, but the other one has no people in it.
All right, we're talking about Colt 2. It's us. Let's go.
Colt 2 launched, departed. There were some technical issues, which is why we had guys go down, just banding while they were landed on the airfield. We witnessed the act of aggression. Single flight took down our KC tanker. It got down, so I don't know if that was AI spawn or a human player, but we got at least 1 kill. And we also conducted operations against Jask airfield, runway denial. We also managed to crater their fuel depots. So if they want to use it for future missions, they'll have to resupply.
Which is good because we know 3 F-14s flew in there.
Good. We're done.
Did you guys take off from a carrier and land on the airfield and you guys blew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did you blow up landing on an airfield?
We did not. It was Sagan had some technical issues, and he ended up going into the runway, took out Bear. Then he tried to launch from the carrier.
okay.
Similar tech issues, but he's dropped. Haven't been able to speak with him.
Roger. Fair play. Can't be helped, boys.
Said it was big turbulence that killed everybody over there.
Yeah, no, I've seen the problem before, so okay, we'll accept that. Any losses, actual losses, you guys?
0 actual losses from Colt.
Well done, Hornets. Very, very, very good work. Good. We'll keep you guys together. You obviously work well together. Did Elo actually turn up? I didn't see Elo.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Elo. No one saw you. What did you get up to?
Oh, I just had 2 C-17s to ferry in, and we just had an uneventful flight. Me, 2 F-16s. Just escorted the C-17s. They down landed, and I just sat on the runway waiting for calls, and nothing came in. So
okay, good job, Elo. Well done. Uzi, the second Uzi, RC.
So we did our cap within our boundaries. We followed the waypoints, but it took us out into international waters. So we turned around. Abu Masa engaged us, even though we were not in their airspace with SAMs. We outran them, which was a hostile act. And then we just hit cap until we got the notification there was a incursion into a ship, and we think we took down 2 F-14s.
Oh, we'll talk about the fight in a minute. Yeah, we'll talk about the fight. Yeah. So I'll take over from this point because RC clearly doesn't know how to sex things up. So after our first outings, we did a lovely 4-man turnaround at an airbase. I still don't know where it was. We found an airbase and landed, refueled, rearmed, went back up. Then we had a call on the way north that there was a burning ship. I'm sure you all saw it on your kind of report in the text that needed helping out. So we shot away over there. By the time we got over there were Tomcats over there, and we were then called off by GSA at the last minute because there were Tomcats. But we saw the burning ship. Then all shit started kicking off. KC-135 went down. A Gazelle went down. We don't really know. We didn't really understand what that was about. Then we got the call from Magic that the fight was on, and we were cleared to fire on Reds. So we turned around. We engaged as the night was falling, and the hum of bats could be heard. Then we,
Sexy.
Yeah, we engaged over where is it? Oman, using cranking and terrain evasion tactics. Myself and Squiddle initially. We took on 3 Hornets out to sea. I caught one at a lovely weak point.
F-14s.
F-14s, yeah, F-14s. I caught one at a weak point. I knew I wouldn't get another chance, so I just launched everything at him. Because getting near a Hornet's difficult. Getting near a Tomcat is difficult. Took him down and then just ran away, getting chased by missiles. For your action, Squiddle, send.
Oh, right. So,
quick input from Vascap. On Tacview, tail shows up as an F5.
Okay.
Yeah. So on my end, basically, we had taken some shots earlier. Me and Cap, we were defensive in the mountains, and then Cap separated from me to go take on the F5. I was called by GCI to go support Cap, so I started heading towards him. But as I was out to sea, I started taking multiple shots from an F-14, which I had to evade. Dragged him into the mountains and ended up getting into a merge with an F-14 and had to shoot him with 2 separate AMRAAMs to take him out. After that, they just stopped showing up. I guess they were like, screw this, and ran away.
Then we
Strong. That was a job.
It was good. Yeah, so we killed 2.
Signori.
I'm going to go check that out. I'm certain I saw a Tomcat. I'm dying who was chasing, but maybe I got it wrong.
Tail was an F5.
Okay, fine, whatevs. I'm going to pretend in my mind it was that explains why I did kill him with 4 AMRAAMs, I suppose.
But Signora was a 14, so we took down
Signora was a 14, right. Good. So we took down a 14, we got no losses, and then we just RTB'd to the nearest base. We rearmed to protect the Harriers, but we basically ran out of time. It's 2 hours at that point, beyond 2 hours.
Yeah, Squiddle took down Signori in the 14 in the mountain.
Now that is going to be a sore spot that we must capitalize and rub on. Right.
Signori put a lot of posturing shots on me.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Let's have some feedback from the choppers. I've no idea what you got up to.
All right, well, it was a great effort by everyone. Thanks, guys, for that. So, initially, we had Chevy and Enfield flights who headed out to the Mubarak oil fields where multiple Stinger teams were deployed there. While that was happening, Forward Flight deployed a FOB north of Dubai in grid reference CP42. Following that, we all kind of headed back to the FOB as the action started, at which point I have at least 4 Stinger teams deployed around the FOB, 2 anti-air teams, and a Hawk battery. 1 KA-50 incident where we had a loss there. Apart from that, we had 1 damaged chopper, but it was recoverable. I had a lag spike incident where I went into the ground, but apart from that, no other losses. Really good work by everyone.
Good job, boys. And that was hard. I don't know about you guys, but my FPS was the worst I've ever seen it. So good job. That's hard to fly helicopters in that shit. Anything else from the blue before we go and talk to the reds?
I would just like to say on my behalf, by the sounds of it, we did really well. Yeah. Good to see we'd lost such few airframes. And I think we've done some positive sets by putting Jask out of action. Be good if we can confirm their weapons dumps, etc. hit. And did we manage to get anything onto Abu Masar, or was it just too late?
No, we just didn't have time. We were out of time, basically. It would have taken a half hour to an hour to assault that.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Yeah, we got into an air-to-air engagement. We got into an air-to-air engagement all the way up there by Kasab, or near Kasab. So we would have had to fly all the way back to drop the bombs. In which
it's no problem at all. That was always just a stretch goal. So well done to everybody. I think we probably just need to work a bit more on our GCI comms because
he left. He got dragged.
He got dragged. So sorry about some of the mixed stuff, as in we kind of got told by Obi to just essentially like 2 minutes, essentially just go weapons free, and it kind of got
I just got dragged out there, guys, by Kingston. He's just asking if we're doing a debrief. Yeah, basically I was just saying well done.
Voldemort.
I don't think we could have done much better, really. There wasn't much more we could have done except for hold the situation. Yes, we could have just... The only thing I'd like to say is it would be nice we'd realised the ship had gone down because we didn't engage that inbound flanker because we thought the situation was still Neutral.
Right. From the tactical view, it looked like a really good fight. Everybody stayed tight. It was really good.
Roger.
I'd like to say thank you to the F-14 Rios who joined us recently.
Yep, that was really good. Okay, guys, let's go. JD, make sure you change your password on TeamViewer. Everyone else over to No Man's Land. Let's go and talk to the Reds.
He must have been just too far for us then.
Okay, Reds, welcome back. So what we've done, guys, is we've gone over the blue debrief in a normal style, group by group. Can you do the Reds, please, for the viewers, because they want to know one way or another what's going on.
Yeah, no worries. Rage is first. How you go?
We just flew around, ran out of fuel, refueled.
Can you, because I can't see your sheet, can you say what your group name is and what
Pontiac.
And what you're flying and what you're tasked and what we tasked with?
Cap.
Thank you. Send.
We just flew around, tried to use guys in the southeast, and then we had to refuel. There was a lag spike, so Seahorse hit Signore on the runway, allowed respawn from that. And then we took off from Bandar Abbas again, and we just started fighting people. Signore died, Seahorse killed a helicopter, and we RTB'd.
Good job. Any actual losses? Just Signore lost.
Yeah, Signore merged with Squirtle.
Awesome.
Squirtle killed him.
I don't suppose either Signore or Squirtle was filming, because it's impossible for me to go back and film these.
No.
No, never mind. Okay, next group. Who are you? What are planes, and what do you do?
Okay, it's Colt Flight. As we were Jeffs and we were Cap, and our mission was to guard the islands from possible incursion. We flew around in circles a lot. 4 planes went up, 4 planes came home. We got a couple of missiles out. As far as I'm aware, no kills, but no airframe.
Roger. We did lose a KC-135. Was that you shooting?
No, that was
Onslaught and MiG-29.
Wow, MiG-29, okay.
It was actually the next group, so off you go, Onslaught.
Next group, same question.
I had Dodge MiG-29. I flew together with the Tomcats down to Bandar Ijas for defense. That lag spike happened, so in the end I became the only person at Bandar Ijas. Then refuel got vectored to the was supposed to be vectored to your the blue AWACS, but I managed to find your tanker instead. Shot it down, tried to run away, but got jumped by 4 F-18s and died. And that's about it.
You're damn right.
Roger.
How many IMRAMs do you guys shot though? I saw like fucking splashes everywhere.
We're not cocking about
as many as it took.
If there's 4,
I'm watching it right now. Watch the Tacview file, because you've got one coming in at 1.5, and somehow you still managed to dodge it. I don't know how you're doing it, man.
Very good.
It's because it's a Bravo.
Next, where is Bandar, by the way? Because I'd never figured that out. Just give me a rough idea where Bandar is.
Bandar Abbas is the central northern point, so go to Kasab and go directly 12 o'clock to the Iranian coast.
Next group.
That will be the F5s. Chopsticks, go!
Uzi Flight, F5, we were on low-level cap stroke Elint, looking around, getting visual before it got dark. Tail got shot down in the dark by a 16, I think, and I made it back in the pitch black and landed at my base. So, yeah.
Oh, well done. No night vision goggles for you. Very good.
Nope.
Personal GCI for him. Left, right, up.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were an F-14 tail. That's why I just killed. That's why I killed everything in you.
One thing was like, F5, you're merged. It was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then I had the AIM-120.
So I thought you were about to start sending AIM-54s out, so I was just like, fuck this, just launched everything at him. Never mind. Next group, please.
Shall I do helicopters as a whole?
Oh, yep.
Sorry, okay. I got distracted. Yes, it is helicopters as a whole.
Okay. Our plan was to reinforce the islands. We discovered very quickly on that we could not get any crates out of CTLD, so we simulated it with troops, and then the server started complaining, so we stopped simulating it with troops. But yeah, Maid Dragon and I were in MI8s, and Soames in a Gazelle, Harrison and Kelsit in K50s. We all went straight for Abu Musa, and while Soames patrolled around, and the rest of us simulated reinforcing. After a while, we stopped. When we stopped that, we started seeing what we thought were enemy helicopters. So we prepared for a possible invasion, which didn't actually happen in the end. Reds, Bigfoot and Vazul went to Tomb, as they reinforced Tomb, and I don't know exactly what else they did out there. Red, go. Okay, Red isn't here. Bigfoot or Vazul?
Sorry.
It's fine. What did you guys do at Tomb?
Simulated the with troops the defense of Tomb Islands. Then rearmed and awaited for possible contact.
And right at the end, 3 of us got up and became landing lights for an F5. I don't know who that was. We did our best to get them in the dark.
The airport would not turn the lights on.
We had exactly the same problem. Yeah.
So yeah, no losses. We had a couple of prangs, but they all got fixed. No losses.
Right. Okay. For anyone else from Red?
No, not in terms of people. We had performance issues though. I was running at 10 FPS.
Same here. I couldn't fight at all.
And Senor, I had the same issue.
Yeah.
Grinkle though.
I had my counter up and I had about 17 FPS.
Yeah, we're all
performance.
I don't know what that is, but if we can maybe look at it for next week. We will stream.
I was.
I wasn't streaming at the time. I actually turned my stream on to see if it affected it, and I lost no FPS whatsoever. And I even checked my specs. My RAM was at 40% and my CPU was at 50%. So I can't work out why.
Must be a
as the troops got dropped, it probably got worse because you had a bunch of troops.
Probably, but this is right from the very start as well, JD. So
I'm happy. There's a lot of units that are in places like all the way. God, where is that? Like way in the what is that? The far east, or is that northeast? Way back there in Iran. That probably don't even need to be spawned in.
Yeah, we had this argument of coffee campaign. Yeah.
The other thing is that we did have a few lot ATC freezes.
Yes, we did.
Roger. Don't know what that means. I don't know anything about it.
A network issue.
Means is that everything kind of just froze and we couldn't tell if anything was updating.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is that we remove units from a certain area and then they classed as no-go areas. So we won't cross your no-go area, you don't cross ours. So we can get rid of some of the units and not have to worry about maybe future incursions. Kind of a gentleman's agreement.
I mean, yeah, there were 45 people in the air too.
Yeah, that is really pushing
all those
any server
units
that's pushed it to the limit.
Get stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he did amazingly well. Don't get me wrong. And as far as I'm aware, no one actually got kicked, which is amazing.
No, I think it's generally speaking, I think it actually went really well.
It was just pushed everything to the limits.
Yeah, Soames disconnected at the end. I don't. That was after we dropped troops and everything, so the server was pretty stable.
Roger.
Did you lose any players on Blue?
I was going to say whoever's the game master for this, whoever's coffee basically for this campaign, needs to find out who died and update the logs, because it's not me. I don't know who's doing it.
It'll be T-Cypher to update your sheet like I had to do with.
Yeah, and I'll be checking Tacview to go through.
I was going to say Obi should check over everything to make sure everything's done honestly and whatnot.
So, one question from Mike, man. What were your bombs aimed at that went into Jas?
So I'm just taking a look at the Tacview right
I'm in
now.
there now. I can't find it.
It's right
If you
after.
Tacview, all your missiles miss.
Because if I look at it on Tacview, they don't hit where anything is, and I didn't watch them go in. So
I saw one bomb hit the runway, but that's about it.
Yeah, we had bombs on the runway, and then in through. If you take a look in the F10
I'm
menu.
still in the game, so I'll have a.
Yeah, if somebody on the red side can do a quick BDA just to take a look, honestly, but it should have gone into the petrol state.
It's hard to see in the dark.
Yeah, there's a possibility that the JDAMs might still be bugged. They have problems performing like they're supposed to when there's wind conditions.
Either way, we've got at least one that I can confirm with Tacview that created the runway.
okay, we'll take that. There is the second, well, the last lot. I would assume they are does land near to where the petrol would be on Tacview, but it's so hard to tell obviously because it doesn't show you the runway.
Yeah, there's nothing modeled in Tacview for the actual buildings.
Should be able to get the GPS coordinate from Tacview and then look at it on the map.
Yeah, but they both hit one place, and there are two petrol facilities on that airfield. So
My runway crash is bullshit. Do not acknowledge it.
I can
Technical
confirm I was the
failure.
Rio.
Can't see shit.
So if there's technical failures in this, because it sounds like that's what a lot of people crash to, are those actually going to be counted?
Technically, you were landing the wrong way on the runway anyway, because of the lights to land with the other way.
Technical
Yeah, but it
failure
was-
is because it was dark, or
It was also freeze ups, like stutter, 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 and then darkness.
Yeah, I mean, I nearly stacked it on landing because of 6 FPS. It was hilarious.
I think we have to be. I think we have to be extra generous for takeoffs and landings, guys, because even I was really struggling to land an F-16 due to the FPS.
One of us landed an F5 in the dark with no lights and no night.
Okay.
Oh, I got warped through a tanker but survived somehow.
Yeah.
Whilst I was tanking my F-14.
At the end of the day, it's the first mission, and considering the first mission, we've had more things go wrong in other campaigns in the first mission.
Well,
so I think it's done pretty.
I've got someone hit a ship.
I was going to say that.
Yes, I might have hit a ship with an AIM-7F. Don't ask.
New
missile.
missile.
I thought it was a helicopter.
It's got like 5% health. So
That's the thing, is the ships show up on our radar as target.
Listen, when you go pilot locks, the first thing it sees, I think, oh, ship or an oil
I
rig.
wouldn't count that personally for red or blue.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Although I will still hold.
there to be radar.
Unless it's a blue ship, but
I'd be tempted to say it counts.
Oh, splendid.
Yeah, but in real life, an AIM-7 wouldn't hit a fucking.
Wait, wouldn't do any damage, guys.
Range launch a Phoenix or something.
Guys,
That's
just
miles away.
and
Still
actually-
fell into the sea.
Okay, sorry, carry on.
Cap, four AIM-120s at me. At the
Yeah,
F5.
I told you. I thought you were bloody.
Hey, let's say that's mission accomplished.
Yeah, I got mission accomplished.
Okay.
I have expended more money.
I've got to crack on then, guys. I'm going to leave you guys to work out the ship because I've got to go make the video. For the video, don't expect much because there's no way I can review that replay, obviously. I'll just do cockpit view and then I'll do me talking through a Tacview. If anyone wants to join in the Tacview commentary, it'll be tomorrow morning about 10 o'clock or something like that. Film that. Otherwise, any other comments before I get to work?
Cap,
way too early for me.
Don't spill too many of our plans, please.
Roger, I will not. I will do my absolute best to not spill any plans.
Cap. If
Ben.
you cover my merge with Signore, it'll show the first AMRAM hitting him and he'll disappear. And it'll look like I'm just flying in circles, but he's still alive and I shoot a second AMRAM,
Roger,
just
yeah.
so you know.
Yes, sir. I was watching that fight anyway. I was right next to you. Okay, guys.
So, sorry, just one quickie. So for blues, if we say then for the JDAMs on JASK, one of the petrol stations down and one bomb on the runway, would you be happy with that? Or do you want me to go through it properly?
Mike, man, that's your shout. You played that game, so you know what was going on there.
I'm sorry, say it again. I missed it.
So I was just saying, for ease of BDA, if I said one bomb on the runway and one of the petrol depots down, would you be happy with that, or do you want me to try and check it properly?
No, it's your call. Whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, the runway is going to debilitate it for what, five.
The runway, one bomb on the runway won't be 5. I'd have to check what we wrote down, but it will be out of action next mission.
Did any Reds land there before the bomb hit?
3 Tomcats landed there, but then took off before it landed.
Yeah, nothing was trapped there.
Lucky.
Okay, because we had reports that someone landed there, so I just wanted to be sure.
I landed there and refueled and then took off.
Yeah, I didn't see any of the Tomcats come up on radar as taking off, so I don't know.
The Tomcats, well, it was the lag spike that caused a problem on the runway.
So the policy for runways this time, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to replicate the damage that's done to it for next time. So wherever the bomb hit, we'll set another bomb off at the start of the next mission.
That works.
So, and then it's up to individuals if they want to use it or not. But then the petrol will be out for X missions. Well, one of them is out for X missions anyway. So if you get the other one next time, then there'll be no fuel there.
Hello everyone, welcome back. So it's the next day now from the fight, and we're going to look at the Tacview data and just see what went on, because it's so big that this campaign that it's just impossible to make a video from it. We've got 45 human guys in here milling around doing different things, so this is where we're going to have to find out what actually went down, as well as the debrief. So first things, well, let's just show you what's what. So this is UAE, This is Oman there, where most of the fighting is probably, by the feel of it yesterday, going to be happening. And here is Iran. I'm not sure how far Iran spans eastwards, I'm guessing all the way to here, and westwards all the way to here. Stand to be corrected. And you could just see the size of the campaign here, and I don't know if you guys probably didn't feel it in the video that you were watching of my cockpit, but it was really chuggy and slow for me in the actual game, and that's because we've got so many SAM sites, just like the coffee campaign, but just enlarged basically. These things here, I believe, are convoys. They're labelled red and blue, but they're essentially, for all intents and purposes, they are neutrals. Various gas platforms that are going to be red and blue that are going to be targets presumably at some point, because they're going to be bringing us the gas for our jets. Let's have a little look around. We've got the USS Port Royal here, which is a guided missile cruiser. We've got the USS Gary here, which is it's a frigate. We've got a guided missile cruiser, the USS Chosin, don't know how to say that. We've got, what have we got out there? Frigate F236. Lots of convoy Vics moving about. I've got to be careful not to zoom in too much, because I could actually cheat here, and this is why I'm doing it live, so you can tell that, you know, I don't go in and cheat. God, a lot of blue planes. I don't know what all that is. C-17s, E2s, Tornadoes. Oh God, a whole mother of all fleets over there by the looks of things. I'm going to have to just go over there. Sorry for the squeaky mouse, we'll do something about it eventually. We've got a naval flotilla here. So, carrier task force. We've got the Vicksburg. We've got the Cape St. George, Hughes City, Hawes, Kaufman. What else? I can't see. Can't tell what carrier this is. This is just the Dwara. So we've got all that there. We've got a Viking there. Not sure what that's doing. Doing something. We've got two-man tornadoes. Simon and his tornadoes there. Tasked with, I don't know. It's need to know. We're only supposed to know what we need to know, and we don't need to know what's going on here. That's part of the realism. C-17, which was bringing in our supplies. So the way this campaign works is that we have supplies coming in every day from different directions. So here's our supplies for today, and that gives us our missiles for the next game. Okay, and our supplies, our food, our gas, and stuff like that. And if Reds come and intercept this guy, which they're welcome to, they can come and intercept this guy if they want, then we don't get our supplies for the next day. We don't get our gas, so we're on half gas or whatever. We don't get our missiles, we don't get our bullets, and so on. That's how the campaign works. That's the dynamic side of it in play there. S3 resupply 4. I don't know what an S3 carries, so I don't know. I'm going to leave that to you guys to figure out. We've got Magic. This is an E2. There are 4 GCIs. This is how big this is getting. There are 4 GCIs per side, 8 GCIs in total, covering different areas. Ours was this guy here, Magic E2, who was covering the UAE sector. If he gets shot down, then that's that GCI gone. So it shows the importance, as well as doing bombing cities and stuff. We've got to protect this lot. So this is why we need you guys watching at home. You're supposed to be doing the planning for us. I'll show you now on Discord, if I can quickly. Just got to be careful not to show something super private. We'll go here. Okay. So now if we look in, well, these are the basic pages of our Discord. You're all welcome to it, and the link is in the all video descriptions. If we scroll down, I'm aware that this is massive and takes a lot of getting used to, but it's a very big group, so suck it up. We've got Blufor members. These are the full-time members only, and it's private. It's invite only. You won't be able to come in here. And we've got members Redfor, red only, so we can't go look at their plans. War Room is mutual, so we can No Man's Land. We can go chat with the other side. Those private viewers are not allowed in there. The viewers are, if we look under DCS public lobby, go to the bottom. Here is the public: Iran campaign blue, Iran campaign red. So you got to choose your side. Here's where you discuss tactics, talk to the commanders and stuff like that to help decide what's the priorities for the groups the next day, which will be next Monday in this case. Okay. So that gives you a flavour for what's going on and the size of the scale of everything. Now we've got to somehow try and show you what happened. And because I'm not allowed to go and cheat and revise, I have to just show you this live. So the best thing is we probably just skip forward and just get a feel for, oh god, look at over there. There's another supply fleet over the west. So that was the east. Hang on, I've lost. No, that's Oman. Yeah, that was the east task force. There's a western task force. Let's go and have a look at that. Oh, these are more resupply C-17s. Look, we've just Elo defended them. It just shows how vulnerable we were, and how we've got to. Someone's got to figure out how to protect this lot. So these 17s, these two C-17s are bringing in our supplies. I think it's one C-17 brings in a supply for a certain group. You've got Group 1 there. That supplies Group 1, that supplies Group 2, and so on. I'm not sure exactly how it works. It was protected by Elo in a 515, AI guy in a 16, AI guy in a 16, and AI guy in a F15. And these guys are all very shoot-downable. AI guys are just not that good, as you know, not as good as a human. So yeah, get planning. That's my advice there. Right, this is where my F-16 started. I guess we just zoom out and try and track what's going on. So stand by. Apologies, this is going to take a long time. It's just how, you know, it's a big map, it's a big campaign, it's a lot to look at. So let's start scrolling forward. Before we go into, the only other thing is I want to get the Tacview. I want to buy the Tacview that allows me to look at this with other people watching. If anyone knows how to do that, I'm a bit of a noob. I will. The two F-15s were resupplies themselves. Elo didn't have any of the available modules, so let him fly one. So, right, so that's why Elo was flying there, which is fine. Just have to adapt. Iron Wolf is the main creator of the campaign. Right, so we took off. We take off here. Our bunch of refuelers went up, and we've lost one of them, sadly. That's war, I'm afraid. So let's just too long. So Tail's out there already. Where did Tail come from? So we've already gathered some intel here that Tail was taking off from this island here, whatever island that is. So Redfor do have Air Force in these close bases. That would explain how they got there so quickly, at least. So my F-16s have taken off for their cat patrol all the way up to Oman and back. So that's, I don't know, 300-mile stretch, 400-mile stretch, whatever that was. Nothing much is going to happen there, I don't think. Helicopters are going out for their tasks. God knows what they were doing, but they had all sorts of. They were building SAM sites. Do you want to give me a rough idea what you guys were doing, Iron Wolf, so I can let the viewers know? Because it's really hard to keep up with you lot. I noticed there's some Patriots going out, so let's see what was going out here. We are obviously as in real life. We have Patriot sites and everything, and this is the positions are more or less as per real life. So an F4E came in from Iran on a low-level flight. No, who's getting shot here? There is it's an F4E. I don't know what they were doing in our airspace. Maybe an accidental incursion, or either way, they felt the full force of Patriot. Now, as you remember, we've had an expert Patriot commander operator give an interview, so we know all about Series 2 Patriot and what they're capable of. And that F4 never stood a chance. Running straight into a Series 2 Patriot. So with this guy. And thank God we've got these Patriots, is all I can say. And he's down as well. So we had a shoot-down, incursion and shoot-down straight away. F4s, I don't know what they're up to. That's whatever Redfor decided to send them in, you know. We've also got incursion, possible incursion here. It looks like an incursion. I don't know where the borders are. So I can't, you know, international waters borders are and whatnot. He's a big triangle, which probably means he's an aircraft I don't have for some reason. Oh, he's a Jeff, yeah, that's why. He's a Jiffy Pop. Let's get back here a little bit. And and the F-18s are up. Let's have a look. So we've got a flight. Mike Grump Bear saying the F-18s are up, doing whatever their job was. Oh, and the Harriers here as well. I wonder if there was, I don't know where the F-14s came from, but okay, find out as we go. I'm just going to check on messages from Iron Wolf. Gary, etc. will build a fob. Good to Gary. Oh, so these guys went out to build a fob, presumably so we could leapfrog onto an island later on or something like that. Stalker and I were positioning Stinger units on the oil rigs. How about that? Nice. So Stalker and Iron Wolf were heading out in Hueys or whatever to put. Here they are. They're dumping Stingers on oil rigs. Now that is nice. I'm happy that's there. Obviously, Redfor are going to watch this video and know about it now, but it is what it is. Obviously, they place them and then they stay there the next day until they're shot down or whatever. Very good. F4E has had a DCS-ism. I didn't set it to ROE in reaction to threat, so the AI decided to try and kill an AWACS. Well, there you go. So we just had a failure of AI and it decided to go mental. Welcome to DCS AI. And that's that. Right, let's try and carry on. I'm just still looking for the Tomcats. Tomcats. Haven't seen a Tomcat yet anywhere, but I suppose they'll pop up at some point. Ah. What have we got here? What have we got? Flight of hostile Tomcats. Pair of, no, a Tomcat and a MiG-29 doing something. Don't know what. Some sort of patrol there. I wonder if I can zoom out a little more. Ah, that's quite a good view. Let's try and work with that, shall we? Kingston in a Jiffy Pop, Grinkle and Bean in Jiffy Pops, Tail in an F5, just patrolling for whatever their orders were. And they make their own orders, they decide what they're going to do. They've also got Redfor Kelso choppers, KA-50s, and Mike's as a ground attack standoff Gazelle moving to this island here for whatever they're moving for, some tactical positioning. You've got Iron Wolf and Bogan. I'm assuming that is Stalker. For some reason, got a weird name. They're coming back from their first excursion. Me and my boys, my 4 F-16s on our patrol, following our waypoints. I think we get shot at some point. Roger, so Stinger unit's a good place to retreat to. We should probably mark the Stinger units thinking about it, so we know that's... No, Stinger unit's not really a safe place for a plane, scratch that. Safe place for a helicopter, though. Whole bunch of Redfor choppers. You got Red, you got Bigfoot, you got Deviant, you got the Dragon, you got Vaz. I thought Vaz was on our side. Never mind. I get confused with so many Vazes in our group. Yeah, whole squadron of choppers coming out for Redfor. How's our guys doing over here? F-18s are here. Ah, look at that. Here's more Redfor squadron from this place here. We've got Onslaught and MiG-29, Rage, F-14, and they all have human Rios, remember. You need human Rios for this campaign. Signore, F-14, Seahorse, F-14. What have we got here? Our F-14s are airborne. We've got, this shows the Rio instead of the driver, so just bear in mind. So, Virus, Sci-Fi, I didn't realise he was an F-14, right, okay. Okay, static, and that. Okay. Our Tornadoes are coming in here. I just still don't know if they're going to strike or what, but we'll see how they go. I've got RC online. Hello, RC. You can come and chat if you want, RC. I thought you were going to stay in bed. I'll go put myself in chat in case the boys want to come in. Where's chat? Chat. Okay, I'm in video. I'm in the video channel. If anyone wants to come in and chat, that's fine. Roger, RC. I'm just going to do this, and then I've got to go into town. Right, Squirtle coming up in the F-16. He's joined late, obviously. Excuse me, I'm super ill today, so I'm just going to croak our way through it. Right. Our F-16s were just plodding along our waypoints. I did notice these Jiffy Pops trailing us wherever we went with the Nails search radar. we make an aggressive turn. That's RC at the helm here. Aggressive turn into... what was that all about, RC? That aggressive turn into the SAM site. Can't get him online for some reason. Watched Harrison's stream last night. Lots of airmobile activity to build up their forward base. Roger, Davros. So that is... so that's going to be what? Choppers building up fobs on Abu Massa by the sounds of things. I think that's Abu Massa there. I don't... got no real way of knowing. And it looks like they're building SAMs and stuff there. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, I'm going to put that back there. Hello, I'm Wolf. Good morning or nighttime, whatever it is for you.
Yeah, it's nighttime.
Roger. I'm just going to plug along. This is pretty much where the main stuff for the viewers is going to be in this Tacview review. Because there's so much going on. Right, so we make our aggressive turn. We get blasted by, I think, was Redfor Hawks. Are Hawks realistic for the Iran, do you know? I haven't got the foggiest.
Yes, they have Hawk.
Roger.
But those particular Hawks were set return fire, so someone has changed it.
Oh, right. That's fine. You know, a lot of stuff went wrong, viewers. A lot of stuff went wrong with this mission. Obviously, when you get big missions like this, it's very rare they're going to go right. And the cool thing about that is it adds a little bit of realism, a little bit of human fallibility, a bit of confusion and stuff like that. And there was a lot of confusion.
Well, actually, I think someone changed it using tactical commando is what I was.
Yeah, I mean,
can't prove it, but
why not though? It adds, you know, just stuff like that happens.
Nothing against it. I'm just saying that it wasn't actually an error with the scripting or anything. It was someone's decided to have a shot at it.
I mean, we get airliners shot down by SA-15s and stuff, so you know. Okay, and we obviously get out there and see that coming. It's very good. We've got Jiffy Pops here. We've got mighty close to those Jiffy Pops. We have to be really careful. They've got really good air-to-air missiles we have to be careful of. Very dangerous victors. Squiddle joins up with us. What happens there? There's something over here. MIMs. These are Patriot series. Shoot from there at... Okay, thank God we got the Patriots, because these guys would have just blasted in with their F-14s and just nailed Magic. They can nail our Hornets at the end of the day, you know. So Patriots, we need to really think about if any of the commanders watch this, we really need to think about protecting our ground assets, because if a Jiffy Pop group comes in and LD10s that Patriot, then we're in trouble. So we need maybe even assigning one plane to a Patriot battery or something, just to keep it protected. I don't know. It's something that needs thinking about.
Hello.
Hello, is that Obi?
Yo.
Roger, I'm just going through last night's... I failed to make a kind of cool proper video because it's just the mission was just too big. So I'm going through the Tacview now. Right, where are we? Let's move on.
The stream gets to hear OB eating.
Sweet.
We're up to the Hawk shooting the a cap. OB
Well, we're up to UTC plus 43. We're up to 43 minutes in. Yeah. We've had some more return fire from, or some more fire from an incursion from Jiffy Pops. So Jiffy Pops have got too close to our SAM battery here because they were following us at F-16s. And we obviously RC retreated us back in, and Patriots are blasting at them. Obviously, it was never any threat, but cool. Right, what else have we got? Where have our Tomcats got back to? Where are so we've got our Tomcats are here. They're just ferrying at the moment. They're not. There's no posturing from anyone. The helicopters are doing a second run to play SAMs, etc., FOBs, etc. Okay, let's zoom out and have a little look at what's going on next. Let me just zoom out there like that. I'm worried about these guys, what they're going to try and do, so we'll see. So we're heading back now. Foursome. Magic's nice and safe. Yeah, if we keep those Magics over the SAM batteries, and there's something to protect those SAM batteries, I think. Oh, you're on the other side, Obi. What am I saying? Obi's on the other side.
It's okay. I swing both ways depending what the mission editing needs.
He's a mission creator. He knows what we're doing anyway.
Fair play. Okay, we've got an F5 here. No, pair of F5s. They run too close to the USS Gary, and he has a pop at them. That's their own fault. Never in any serious danger. Okay. Now, interestingly, we've got stream, and we watched a Hawk shot down missile donors F-18s, 4 ship, 4 submit something else. Roger. So what we had was we've had another island hop here. So Red and some of his comrades have now moved to this little island out here. No, that's not Abu Masr. I don't know what that is. I'll have to bring a map up at some point. So there's something tactical going on with that island, and there's Tums. Oh, it's the Tombs. Yeah, so you got two minor, 2 major there. Abu Masr there. So it looks like Reds are reinforcing these seriously. We wanted to have a pop at these yesterday, but the opportunity didn't present itself. We have to put time limits on these missions, otherwise they'll just go on for 6 hours, you know, and it will just not going to benefit anyone. So we put a 2-hour, 90-minute to 2-hour time limit on, and we just never really got the chance to get the AV8s up, to get the Mavericks in there. So, so be it. Right, let's continue on. Halfway through. Bean's doing something here. Oh, Bear is refueling. So it's good. Never saw tactical refueling from the F-16s. We never really got a handle on where our refueler was. I think it's right back here somewhere. But
it was on the other side of the. I thought it was supposed to be on the other side of the island from us.
I think it was in the Gulf of Oman, wasn't it? About 6,000 feet down.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it on here, so I'll let you know when I do see it. But we've got tactical refueling from the 18s here with 135. Okay, let's carry on. These guys are just patrolling, nothing serious. Our F-18s, F-14s and F-18s have joined up, and they're oh no, they've got a tanker as well. Right, here's the tanker for the 14s and the 18s. Here's a second tanker for the 14s and the 18s. So it's a female tanker, female tanker. I haven't found the male tanker. Where is the male tanker out of interest? I'm not seeing.
I think that's where Bear is. I think he went to the wrong tanker.
Oops. Yeah, KC-150. Oh, yeah. So that's our tanker was right next to us. We just didn't realise, RC. It was 20 miles away. Yeah, we just never got a handle on where it was for some reason. Okay, fair enough. Do we know which one got shot down, by the way?
Yeah, the other one.
So we think this one got shot down, as we'll see in a bit, which is rather unfortunate. It was a bit too far out to see, I guess. Okay, pushing on. Everyone patrolling. We've got F-18s here, landing here. I'm guessing something to do with what they would... No, sorry, they're not. Yes, they are. They're landing there for whatever reason. Wow, look. Jesus, look at all that flesh. We've got Mad Eyes, Static, Saiyan, Bear, Mike, Cypher, Virus, another guy that I can't click on, and Grump, all coming to probably land there. F-16s, we've landed to refuel. Should have used that tanker, which was tactical, but fucked up. And let's carry on. Red's not aggressive. Oh, something's going on here, look. We have ship-on-ship action. Stand by as we go and have a look. No, we have... This is odd. Okay. We've got fire going from... So this Gazelle has taken off this frigate. And the frigate is firing at... I haven't quite got a handle on this yet. Right, so a blue ship here. Armed cargo? I don't know what it is. It's a Iran Sepah Navy patrol boat versus a Stena Imperio dry cargo ship. And it's fired on it. Now, what is the reason for that? Has it passed into an Iranian lane? It doesn't look like it. No, that's definitely international shipping. So that there is aggression from Iran with no trigger, from what we can see. So this one fires on the neutral ship. We've got a frigate nearby. Don't know what that is. UK frigate. It's Royal Navy, which is realistic. And they're sending a Gazelle in, a Lima model, and this guy who's just gone crazy from Iran is firing on our frigate. Shame I can't tell exactly what Victor that is. It's an Albatross. Anyone know what an Albatross is? Never heard of it.
It's a Molnoya.
Oh, it's right. Yeah, so it's firing on our frigate there with no obvious reason, and then it's sending IR missiles out at the Gazelle. The Gazelle's survived it somehow. I think that's the international incident. So we've had aggression from an Iranian Molniya, Russian-type ship, and against a frigate, and this appears to be what's kicking it off. Let's see if we can zoom out and try and get a shot of relevance there. Okay. Let's move on. So the F-16s are tasked to intercept, I remember. This is where the confusion starts. So we've got the F-16. So I'm bringing my boys up here. RC's lagging behind because he had to refuel. And I get to here. And this guy, it was this guy that must be smoking then, because I saw a smokestack, as you remember in the video. So he's obviously, he's going down because he's on fire, under fire from this guy. And we're about to go over it as a show of force, and then we're vectored back by our magic. We're vectored back by magic because these guys are just bombing towards us. We've got 1, 2, 3 Tomcats, Iranian Tomcat A's, of just, you know, and these guys own the waters. You know, you can't go near a Tomcat over the water because, you know, they'll shoot you from 60 miles away. Also, I see tactical display here from the Jiffy Pops. They're dumping their bags, so obviously they're getting fired up for combat. Okay, so incursion here from these boys. We run back to our Patriots, as you know you would do. ST10s are out. Gonna have to go back for that. So we're kicking off now. So we've got ST10s out from the Chinese planes, the Pakistani planes, Iranian Jiffy Pops, but they are intercepted by Patriot Phase 2s, and I don't know what the missile was aiming at, but it didn't do much. I think they just wanted to get some trigger time, and then they retreat. Now this is interesting. We've got some, it's the F5 posturing here. Okay, very good. Let's check the video's recording, and it is. Incursion. How do I get around here? There we go. So we've got an incursion from just a single MiG-29A. That's an interesting ploy. I don't know what that was all about. Let's zoom back and have a look. Oh, they just sent a suicidal MiG-29 driver in. Okay. It's just
I'm guessing the GCIs must not have seen him. Otherwise, they would have.
Yeah, I mean, he's above. He's indetectable altitude, so I don't know why. These guys scrambled. They scrambled 2 F-18s to go after him.
Yeah.
And just get to him in time, I think. They missed him. They fucking missed him. Idiots.
Yep.
What was that all about? He's coming in fast. He's coming in Mach 0.9. They loiter. They're loitering, and they're going. They're getting up to 21,000 feet. They should be pounding into him. So they've lost their tanker because they didn't scramble quick enough. Look at that. All that wasted time. And Onslaught goes through and kills a valuable asset. We're shooting at him. He's MiG-29 powering away. Not much Wagner builds can do to that. Look at that. All those AMRAAMs after him. Oh, someone was using AMRAAM Cs, I see. That's not allowed. So, discipline on Mike Man.
It was for F-18s, not for F-16.
Oh, oops. Oh, we almost got him. Almost got him. I think he just lagged at the wrong time. There, you see, when you see little steps like that, that's just the server lagging out because troops are being deployed or whatever. So just as the missile was hitting him, he lagged out. Lucky bastard. Very lucky. All that stuff's just lag. And he got away, I think. Still chasing him. Oh, it turns in. It's crazy. Crazy Singaporean. What do you think he's doing? I didn't know any of this was going on. Yes! MiG-29 destroyed. I didn't realise we killed him. That was his own fault. There was no reason for him to turn around and engage a squad of F-18s. But he'd done his job here, taking down a valuable asset. So that was interesting. Right, we're going to zoom back.
Keeping an eye on Mike Man.
Oh, really?
He's up in the F-18.
Roger. Okay. So we'll watch this fight a little bit longer then. Oh, hello. So I think I see why they were so slow now going after the MiG-29, because they weren't going after the MiG-29, they were going on a bombing mission. For some reason, the GCI covering this sector failed to see that MiG-29 and failed to set the scramble going. So that was, I think, an intelligence failure. He's tossed some bombs. One's screwed up, one's got through.
Yeah, one's going completely dry.
Yeah,
opposite direction.
yeah, forgot to put the coordinates onto that one for some reason. or got the wrong coordinates. A hawk or whatever's fired at him. I don't know what that was. And that's just a bunker buster, so that's going to kill some infrastructure. This is not for killing a unit. Oh, and a pair of bunker busters coming in. Now, maybe on a runway, and there's no runway marked there, so I can't make any comment.
Yeah, I think it was the first one on the runway.
Right, fair play. And then we got these two bad boys coming in. Oh, and a bunch of harms coming in, look, from Bear. Wow, so this is a full-on F-18 strike. I wasn't aware this happened. Let's see what we get here. So these are bunker busters too. So the second one, you know, I'm guessing a runway. I can only guess. Third one.
Dump there, I think it is.
I don't know why it doesn't show any runways or anything here, but maybe I've got an out-of-date map or something. So some infrastructure damage of some kind there. I know you guys talked about it afterwards, so I wasn't really paying much of it attention to.
Yeah, I think it's a fuel depot he took out with the second lot.
Roger. The 88s, unfortunately, have gone crazy, as they like to do in DCS.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. If only we had the LD10s, boys. And it gets shot down by SA-15 Guardians here, just going to shoot them down.
Looks like one's coming in.
Nah, it's going to get blasted. Because remember, LD10s can't get targeted, but AGM-88s can. Nice and fair. And these are just going to loft and die. So these lost contact for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, because the Hornets turned away. They've turned off their track radars because they're out of range. So
right. So you needed the guy to loiter. You needed the guy to loiter then to keep the radars going. Oops, silly boys, live and learn. And then they get back, and there was no damage to any F-18s, but they did lose their tanker, so that's going to be a tactical disadvantage to them. And that ends the F-18s play. We've got to scroll back now and see the next fight, which is going to be our F-16 fight. And this was all very exciting. Oh, God, look, we had SD-10s being charged at us. I had no idea this was going on. I knew I was getting fired at, but... Right, so this is interesting. Right, so we've got to talk through this. It's all getting jazzed up now. Tactical, tanks coming off. It's Cap and Squiddle and the Vanguard. So... I was carefully watching on my various sensors, and I could see 3 planes out here. I distinctly remember I've got, yeah, and there they are. Rage, remember these are Rios you see. Rage, Zac, and Signore Rioing here, and we're tracking them. What we didn't see was Chopstick and Tail coming in. They got past our sensors somehow. Let me just check the stream.
they're in F5, so they wouldn't have radar.
Oh, jump. Yeah, I'm just going to check everything's recording. It is. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of stuff here on the stream. To keep me entertained at work. That's Kingston. Albatross. Kingston spying. Look. Davros Albatross patrol boat. Ah, that's good. Just going to have a look at that quickly. That there is the Albatross patrol boat. CAG, maybe. Kind of kills and award aces. That's a good idea. Award aces. Devil, hey Devil, we'll see you tonight. The 88 should remember that the last radar position. Yeah, I thought they should remember the last radar position, but maybe it doesn't work like that. But you only Super Kingston, first time to Tacview. Our LD10 can't be intercepted, but your harms can. Our JDAMs can be intercepted. Meh. Davros. Okay, let's just scroll back there. So yeah, so the situational awareness was, we could see these 3, and so the tactics were, I'm not much of a fighter, but I do know tactics, and myself and Squiddle, we decided we're going to crank, so there's no point in charging towards these S-14s, we could just get blasted out of the sky. Miles superior radar, superior weaponry, so what we decided to do is crank them, and that means heading off-bore by 40 degrees, off-bore 40 degrees, and that's going to force them to fire their missiles, and it makes those missiles pretty ineffective. We've got the first hostile missiles coming out now, and what we're going to do is dive, get into the mountains, and just scrub those missiles. There's lagging going on there by Squiddle, but you know it's inevitable on a big match. These missiles have a huge range, 100 miles or so, depending on how they fire them. Scroll forward, we're just running away from them, and we're going to be pretty safe. Now note, we didn't actually see them, hear any warnings from the missiles. If you hear a warning from a Phoenix, then you're pretty much dead because it's on top of you when they've gone active. What we can do, luckily, is zoom in our view and we can see the missiles. If you remember, we could see the missile trail, smoke trails. That's how we saw. That's the best way to beat Phoenix, an old-style Phoenix at least. So we saw them and we turned away to keep safe. Meanwhile, our Patriots are blasting back. That AIM-54 was going for these boys here, look. It might, because these are such good missiles, it might even get to them. Let's just scroll forward. it did get to them, but it lost track along the way because these guys had turned away, had turned their radar track off, and this didn't get far enough to go pitbull. Anyway, now Cap goes crazy at this point. So explain what we're going to do now. Our tactics are. Squiddle was now tasked to go into the mountains here, and he's oh wow, what's Whistler doing over here? Okay, Squiddle's tasked to go into the mountains here, and his reason is to suck these guys in. He wants to suck these guys into close combat. It's the best way to beat a Tomcat. It's just not that good close up. Kind of medium range within 20 miles. I, however, see this tactical situation develop where I'm looking on all my sensors and I see these guys. Now I get confused. I lose Signore, but I think these are the Tomcats now, along with him, and I see them all going cold. And I think, right, brilliant, that's the time to strike. So what I do is you get a Tomcat while it's cold. You can get in close, and by the time it turns around, you're in AMRAAM range of 10 miles or something. I'm tracking this guy here. I think he's a Tomcat at this point, so I'm being super careful. And I notice he's off bore, cranking, and there's not much point. There's no real point of cranking if you're in a Tomcat. So that means he's not seen me. And so I think it is a Tomcat now. I just blast everything I've got at him just to try and get a Tomcat kill. Little do I realise it's tail. If I knew it was tail, I would have left him alone. To be honest, there's not much point of killing an F5. But that's how it goes. Signore is now hot. He's still cold. Zach's still cold. Okay, I'm just pumping missiles at him at this point, hoping to get a kill. Squiddle's doing the more sensible thing of staying in the mountains. The good thing is I act as bait. I'm going to draw these Tomcats in because I'm over international waters now. I'm out of my zone. Tail evades nicely. These are going pitbull now. It's so shit, these Bravo missiles. They really are. And obviously one of them is going to eventually catch him up and kill him. It does. I turn around, run away, and I've acted as lovely bait now. These guys are all going to come. They're all lagging like crazy, but they're going to charge towards me. Zach's now burning towards me / lagging sideways. Signore's in. Squiddle successfully sucked him in, dumped his bags. He's going to notch this missile and take it into the mountains with him. And I was looking left out of my cockpit watching this, if you remember, telling him where the missiles were and whatnot. Successful notching, only just though. Yeah, so basically that missile just lost radar contact because of the he was in the radar notch there. We've also got long bombs coming out from raid. I didn't know this was a thing, and I don't know who he's firing at, but it's doing Hail Marys at someone over here. Whistler maybe. Note Whistler's low speed. Very dangerous to be that low speed in a tactical situation. You've got to be going fast. 500, 500, 500, 600. So Whistler could easily be caught with his pants down, so that's a tactical error. I don't know where it's exactly going. Very powerful Organon radar on these. They can shoot guys, 100+ miles away. Signore is now, let's just zoom back a little bit. This is the fight to watch now. So, Squiddle's successfully beaten these missiles with good notching. He's now dicing about here. I saw the flares, but I thought the flares were hostile, so I was obviously directing wrong at this point. I would prefer him to be further into the mountains, but I think he knew what I was doing. We've got another AIM 54 out, and it's scrubbed because the terrain flasks. Now it's all a case of sucking this guy in now, get him to come in. Really, an intelligent Tomcat pilot is going to think, I'm not going to go and dice with a Falcon in here. I should turn around and go away. Signore is notoriously impetuous, as I'm sure he will admit. So he's going to go chasing him in like a dog chasing a stick. And the sensors and the situational awareness is always going to favour the Falcon at this point. And I'm really going. You can see Signore's tactical, come on brain, PvP skills coming into play here from AirTac and the other PvP group, current PvP group. So he's going to get in. He's going to merge, which you never really want to do. And you see he's there. He sees the missile coming. He's off. Engines off. He's high G barrel roll or low G barrel roll. In this case, it looked like high G barrel roll. Flares out, and that fools pretty much any missile. It turns out it was actually an AMRAAM. It would have usually been a Fox 2, but in fact, I'm amazed he beat that missile. That was really quite well done. I think the missile was just fired a bit too close, to be honest. Now they're in a merge. Now, this is an interesting merge, this is, because an actual full-on dogfight merge actually favours the Tomcat. If you're a good Tomcat driver, I had some tutoring from a proper Tomcat driver, and the F-16 just it's an energy fighter, unlike the F-14, which is a close-in, turn fighter, low speed, and low speed, smaller radius. He's usually going to favour the F-14 from what I found. So he's putting himself in a bowl, but superior turning here. I don't know how he turns so quickly at 200 knots, but he did. Signore just didn't favour the Tomcat's turn at about 450 knots there. Can't turn that fast. It had its wings out, and finally a splash. So just that's just superior driving from the Falcon there. Yeah, too fast. Yeah, he had his wings back, 450 knots, too fast for a Tomcat to turn. Does his evasion tricks. Again, he's got his barrel rolls, but in the end, he's running out of energy, and missiles got him in. So perfect driving there from Squiddle. Nice. Little does he know, another guy's right on his ass. That's Rage. I'm just going to go back and watch where Rage's original missile came from. I went to. Wow, look at that long bomb. 100-mile shot on Cypher. Look. It just lost its target because, whatever reason, it never happened, but it's good. Let's have a look. Where are we going? Where did we get to? So there. So fight. Rage turns back, and wisely, a Tomcat should always turn back from that scenario. Again, don't want to tangle with a modern fighter in the canyons. We've just got too good of sensors to take us on. Okay, and let's see what happened to me, because I was getting chased. I had a bunch of SC-10s coming at me. So
you were getting chased.
Yeah, I had no idea. What I didn't realise is that we had a bunch of Jiffy Pops picking in here from the west. No idea, because I knew I was getting shot, and I figured it was from these guys, and it was as well. But what I didn't realise is Grinkle was Mach 1-ing in with all the SD-10s, and don't get me wrong, they're great missiles, but they're not 20 miles on the deck great, which is what this is. Let's have a look. It was, 20 miles on the deck, even Jiffy Pop missiles aren't going to do that. So I get the warnings, but I was never really under much danger. Ripcord has a missile aim from Signore before the merge. I didn't notice that. Is he going to spot that? Missile appears to have gone through the water anyway. I don't know how you got away from that, RC, but for some reason... I think he lost radar track and you by the azimuth of him. His SC-10 still going 500 knots. Obi's in a Jiffy Pop. I had no idea. Obi's come in having a popper cap. They're all having a popper cap. There's 6 ST-10s on me. Get out of here, boys. Get out of here. You ain't catching Cap up.
I was giving it you easy because I'd been sat in Game Master, so I thought it'd be rude if I closed in. So I just gave you a nice little long range.
Gave me a tickle. I'm doing my S-bends. I'm doing my 600 knots out. I'm doing pretty much everything right. Maybe you could say I didn't need to S-bend, but so that was my choice. Whoops. Out we go. Disengage. Tomcat disengages. Chopsy disengages. Zach Whistler has just gone out madman on his own to face the Jiffy Pops. I think he's lost situational awareness here because we've all retreated. And he gets, he's done some good evasion. So he's come in, still a bit slow for my liking, but he sees the missiles, gets a good call on the missiles, and he's out there. And those missiles are still 1,000 knots, so they're very dangerous missiles, even at 15 miles there. Turns away and hopefully runs home, which he does. So all good conservative play. You see he did that big 15-mile backtrack into Patriot. That's exactly what we wanted. I think Whistler's out for blood. He's got blood in his nostrils. He's going to keep going. Look. Aim 54 out. Again, situational awareness lost a little bit because this guy's dangerously close, Zach. Lucky Zach didn't really know what was going on there, I don't think. Big missile out. Oh, the ship. He shot a ship. Fair enough. So he shot a neutral ship. Oh, God, and got himself almost in a merge with Zach. Oh, a little bit excited there, Whistler. Got to be careful. Luckily, Zach never really had a handle on it, so we'll go with that. Whistler runs away.
Who was?
Yeah.
It was Zach.
I don't know who the driver was.
I think that was Seahorse, who was driving the one with Zach.
Roger. Whistler then ponies way, as he should do. Jesus, Rage has just put lots of clever missiles coming in for Rage. The problem is, you see, he's firing them and turning away. That basically kills the missile. That's pretty much a dead missile at that point. It won't fuse, so even if it hits something, hit a plane, it won't do any damage. You've got to keep, with the 14, you've got to keep tracking that missile with your radar all the way until it goes pitbull, then you can turn away. So it's just something to bear in mind. So it would have been a dead missile even if it hit someone, which I don't think it's going to do. Good big tactical missiles there. You never know, you might get lucky hit an AWACS or something. I think that's about it. Let me just go. Did I miss any fights? I covered the F-18 attacks. I covered F-14s came and helped us in the end. I didn't even realise they were near us. Covered the F-16 fight. Take it there was no chopper action or anything like that.
Negative.
Yeah, not that I know of.
So
just one Gazelle went down, right?
Oh, where was the Gazelle?
Yeah, that was an AI one.
Yeah, the one off the coast.
Yeah, one off the coast. Okay, that was going to go down. One of our boys must have taken it out. Right. Blues did a lot better than I thought, because I kept seeing this is dead, this is dead, this is dead. A lot of them were just DCS problems, people lagging and on the runway and stuff, which just happens, as you know. So most of it wasn't real. That's that done. Good, interesting day. And what I consider that was pretty realistic, because, you know, not people aren't just charging in and shooting everyone. Everyone's trying to be conservative here, like we'd expect to see in a real kind of 50-on-50 conflict. Everyone was trying to save their airframes. There was confusion going on, which you'd expect in real life. Not everyone had the full picture. So I think that was a really good first day there, and the right amount of excitement. Anything you guys want to add before we wrap up? Beautiful. Right, well, I hope you've enjoyed day one of it. Let's just quickly check the stream in case I've got any questions. Where did we get to? That's our excellent, maybe CAS version as well. 50 nautical miles for the Mark 47 and Mark 60 is 100. Well, I'm not sure I agree with that, Kingston. Both of them depend on aspect, altitude, and whatnot. I found the Mark 47 was about 25% shorter in range. Are there any Fox 2 designated fired from front aspect? Designed to be fired from front? Yes, all of the new ones, basically. The Lima LM, yeah. So Ironwolf said it there. Plus the Russian Mark 60 R60M, plus the R73, plus the R27ET. Plus the PE2, whatever it's called, the Chinese one. The SC10 is awful at low altitude. Not sure that's true, Kingston. You did shoot me down at 10 miles on the deck the other day, where the maximum kill for me was 6 miles. Greeting for Germany. What's going on? Hello. Zach Seahorse. Hello there. Reviewing the PvP campaign some days ago. Thanks for the heads up. No problem.
That was yesterday.
Mr. Borsbury's in.
Okay.
Yeah, the fight was yesterday. Right, so I hope you enjoyed day one. The movie was massive, but they're all going to be massive. It's a big thing. And we'll sign off, and we'll see you later.